This is Just Sipping Nonsense with Ash Marie.
And Rashad K.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
I'm Ash Marie.
And I'm Rashad K.
And this is the first episode of Just Sipping Nonsense.
Period.
So, I'm here with my sister.
Hey, sister, and I'm here with my sister.
We've been talking about this for such a long time, y'all. Like, we've been saying we need to start a podcast. We need to start a podcast because me and my sis, we get together. We talk about stuff we're going through, and we just be having some good conversations. And I'm like, sis, we need to start recording this shit.
Period.
Okay, so I guess I'll give a little small background before we jump into our episode. My name is Ash Marie. I am 29 years old. I am originally from California. West side is the best side, period.
For sure.
And I am a new mother of twins, a boy and a girl.
Y'all don't pay me no mind.
Oh my God, what is that floating in my wine?
Oh no.
Oh my God.
It's probably a grape. That's probably a grape.
They do that sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes the grapes be in there.
I think that's part of the cork. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh. Ew.
I'm gonna still drink it. Okay.
Period. I need to start saying period so much.
I'm here with my sister.
Hey y'all. Ooh, I gotta fix that. Damn. I already fuck it up. My name is Rashad K. And no, Rashad K is not my real name. I'm not gonna tell y'all my real name. Because I do not want y'all trying to find me.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
But I'm 33 and I'm from California. I ain't got no kids, but I'm a newly aunt. And I love my niece and my nephew.
Woo, they
them TT babies.
Turkey and biscuit.
Turkey and biscuit. No, that's not their real name. So tread lightly, y'all. Don't.
Okay, so y'all bear with us. This is our first episode, so if we get off subject or we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix it. We're gonna end it.
So today's episode, from the title, as y'all will see, is called Stupid in Love.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this question is kind of, I guess I wouldn't say a stupid question because everybody should have probably been through something like this. Most. Have you been stupid in love? So me and my sis have definitely been stupid in love. Like, we've been on the outside looking at each other in our relationships, situationships, and we've been stupid. Like,
hell yeah.
We were talking about this recently, and I just can't believe. No, we was actually talking about a coworker of my sister's. We're not gonna say his name, but she has a coworker that is stupid in love. Like, that poor baby. What is he? 19?
No, he's 21. He'll be 22.
Oh, well, he's still young. You know, that's what they say. Still young. I hate that people put that stigma on. Like,
oh, you just a baby,
right? Like,
I'm not no damn baby.
I remember
when
I was like, I can't wait till I turn 18. I can't wait till I turn 18. When I turned 18, people still treated me like a baby. And I'm just like, I'm grown.
Right.
But now looking back, I'm like, I wasn't a baby, but I was still young. What they say, wet behind the ears.
Wet behind the ears.
Naive. Like, I'm the type of person, I love people. Like, I embrace people. I'm a Libra, though, so.
Big Aquarius.
Yeah,
guys.
So I like to, I mean, I observe people. I do observe people. But, like, when you come to me, either as a friend or as a relationship, I'm like, I'm going to believe you until you give me reason not to.
Right.
Or until I suspect. Like, don't get me wrong, I scope out the scene, but as long as you're being nice to me and all of this, I don't really just think like, oh, this person could do me wrong.
Right.
So that goes into my situation. But anyway, so me and my sis was talking about this guy that she works with. He's 21, and well, I'll let my sister tell you about it.
Well, he's 21, and he's been with this girl since high school, and basically she ain't no good for him, been using him, and he know this because we talked about it. He has came to me and gave me advice, and I'm just like, dog, like, she playing you.
Right.
Like, you don't see, like, she got access to your bank card and
No, ma'am.
she's just going shopping, going crazy.
Hell no.
And I had to really get onto him and was just like, you need to get a new card.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
Because they're not together anymore.
no, they're not. She told him, I don't want to be with you. She goes to another school in another state. We work all these hours.
Mm-mm.
We there all day. Sometimes we have to work the weekends.
Right.
And he done got a new position.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically working 6-7 days now. And when he has that one day off and he try to drive up there to see her, she don't want to see him.
Making up excuses.
Or her friends be like, girl, he's smothering you, or why he trying to tell you what to do?
That's horrible.
And it's not. And she goes back to him like, oh, you trying to control me? You trying to tell me what to do? And he was like, no. He was like, I'm just saying, like, your friends, they're not good for you.
She got a man, y'all. She got a man down where she at in school. I feel like that. And that's
she
another thing.
Broke ass niggas.
That's a sweet man that's about to get turned into a dog. You're seeing that in real time. Like, woof.
Like, that's his first everything.
See?
He waited till he was like,
treacherous.
I hate out putting this man business out here like that, but I ain't saying no names. Oh, but he's cool. Like, we joke around.
Yeah. We're not trying to talk about you, baby. It's just like,
if you do here, I'm not trying to talk about you. I promise you. You know who you are. I ain't gonna say your name, honey.
We're just trying to dissect this because it's like, it's not right.
Like, that's his first everything. Yeah. Like, that's the first person he ever did anything with. And he said it's hard for him because where we work at is his first job. So she was with him for those first couple of years when he didn't have no money, no nothing. And I don't even know how they make it. Cause she was working. That's what he said. She was working. But since she been in school, she ain't been working. But he just like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, she's not for you.
Exactly. What you doing wrong, baby, is you still entertaining that. When you pick yourself up and you look in the mirror and realize ain't nobody gonna be able to touch you. And I feel so bad for him because it's usually the girl. I feel like it's usually the girls getting dogged, but you got some men that get dogged too. Like, it's some treacherous women out there that
scamming ass
that'll manipulate you, and then that's what turns the guys into dogs, and then we get them. So, well, I get them because
because I'm over the rainbow.
My sister don't like what I like. Period.
Come on.
So basically, we was talking about this coworker of hers, and we started realizing how we were, and she was telling me, situations, telling me about the bank account and how she was running up his card, and I'm just like, sis, did we used to do this type of stuff?
I know I did.
I have a little story. I mean, we're gonna talk about it. So I don't think I'm not gonna do high school because I feel like high school doesn't count.
It don't. Fuck all them hoes.
I feel like high school really is, well, for me personally, because I ain't gonna say everybody, I feel like high school really wasn't a serious relationship. Yeah, I know some people, they meet their love, they get married. Some still are married. Yeah. But you got some that meet their love and then they get divorced within 3 or 4 years.
Because I see somebody on Facebook, they still together. I said, damn. And I remember the guy's name, but I ain't even gonna say their name, but
straight out of high school.
Together.
And then I'm just like, y'all, I'm still a hopeless romantic, but I was really like a hopeless romantic back in the day. I say back in the day because I'm almost 30. Okay. So I was a hopeless romantic, and I was just like, oh my God. I don't think I ever said, oh, I want to get married at 18. Like, I wanted to still be with my high school boyfriend, which I don't even know because that was just a hot mess. Oof.
Is it who I think I'm?
Celery. I'm gonna call him Celery because his name was a vegetable. his nickname was a vegetable.
Oh,
I'm gonna call him Celery.
Piece of shit.
I'm gonna call him a Celery.
Look, if you got your babies with you,
that was my first.
Change it.
I would say that's my first real boyfriend because.
Oh, I wanted to bust that nigga in his motherfucking face.
I mean, I didn't know nothing like as far as like I knew stuff, but I didn't know like how to be a girlfriend. So. I don't want to talk about this because it's really off the subject of what we. It's not off the subject because he really.
That time you came home. I'm sorry. That time you came home.
Girl, he had cheated on me, y'all. He cheated on me on prom night. He said he didn't, but he did.
Y'all, because she came home from school, y'all.
I was towed up, y'all. That was my
Couldn't get out the car good, just crying. And I mean, I could hear her. And I'm
yeah.
like, what the fuck going
I
on?
remember when Mama picked me up. I couldn't even get to the car. You know how you know how once the bell rung, everybody, would walk to their car that,
Mm-hmm.
were drivers or got picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my friend at the time, I ain't gonna say best friend. My friend at the time told me, she was like, Ash, I don't want you to break down, but I gotta tell you something. I was like, what? She was like, celery and this girl, her name, I don't even know what to call her. Anyway, this
Bitch.
girl, celery, and this girl, had sex on prom night. And I was like, are you serious? Because, y'all, he had dropped me off and everything. That's a whole nother story. It was just a mess.
Oh,
But
that was
anyway,
fucked up.
let me get back on topic. Basically,
Sorry, y'all.
no, we sorry. Basically, that was like my first heartbreak. I will say, but I wouldn't say that I was in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
I probably loved him or thought I loved him, but
Mhm.
I don't think that was real love. Like,
Mhm.
can you honestly say you've been in love? Like,
Yeah, with well, not high school.
can you be in love with somebody that you really wasn't in a relationship with? Like, it's like y'all don't have a title, but y'all,
I ain't gonna say I was
I'm a
in.
hotness.
I ain't gonna say I was in love with the person, but I really, really liked the person. And when that person decided to just cut me off out of the blue,
I was mad. I started
Yeah.
stalking the hoe.
Y'all, I remember I was in my apartment and she called me she called me after the fact instead of telling me, because I would have stopped her ass. Like, y'all, we got some stories.
I started stalking her. Oh,
But no, no wait. Before, no, we ain't gonna say no. My sister's not crazy.
No,
She's
I'm
not a
not
stalker.
crazy,
She didn't
but-
stalk the girl because she just wanted to stalk her. The girl was leading her on. Let's say that. So
Yeah.
she was leading Rashad on. So the girl, I think, started ghosting her. So Rashad
you know
pulled
what I'm
up.
talking about?
Yeah.
Up that way.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad pulled up. So
and I knocked on the door. Y'all been in some situations I really could have got hurt. I knocked on the
Yeah.
door because I pulled up and I sat there. I was like, damn, something wrong with me, y'all.
this is
I
very
pulled
disturbing.
up and I was like, man, okay, I seen her and another girl get out. I said, oh, okay, so that's why. Why you couldn't just be woman enough to tell me you didn't want to talk to me?
So she had another girl, or was that like her friend?
That was like her girlfriend, but she didn't.
We
Because we were never in a relationship.
We talking about casino girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me,
I'm
y'all.
gonna just call her casino girl here.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say her name. So me and the casino girl, we was talking, dating, messing around or whatever. Then she just ghosted me. And I'm like, are we good? Are we still Oh, I got a lot of stuff going on. I hate that.
I hate
I
that
got a
too.
whole lot of stuff going
Because
on.
that's a bold-faced lie. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's a bold-faced lie, but that's like a cop-out.
Yeah, like just say, look,
everybody
I'm
got
with
something going on.
somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody got something going on.
I'm with somebody. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Right. I hate
Or,
that.
so I'm just like, nah, something ain't right. Because this is like the second or third time you done did this crap and I'm tired of it.
Right.
Like, we either gonna date, be in a relationship, be friends. Like, you're not gonna go 3-4 months with us just kicking it and then you ghost me.
Let me know something.
So I pulled up. I sat there. I waited because her gate was broke. So
boy, down here.
There.
Yeah, that's another thing we forgot to tell y'all. We from California. We were born. I wouldn't say raised. Like, we were born, and I was raised till I was 6. My sister was
and I was
10
raised till I was 10
in California.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the South.
Yeah,
We're not going to say what state.
Yeah, we in the South.
But we're in the South. So
Yeah.
we've been in the South for what, 20-some years?
23 years
23
this past
years.
March.
Whew, time went by. Okay, so you want to finish what she was saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. Then we gonna get on topic.
Okay, we're going to get on topic.
Sorry, y'all. We've been on topic for about 14 minutes, but it's all right. It's all right.
We're going to get it together.
We're gonna get it together. This is our first episode. But
It's
anyway,
crazy.
So I waited a little bit. I'm like, okay, they in the door. Because I could see, So I go up there and I knock on the door and I hear rumbling around. And I think the girl answered the door. She answered the door and she had an attitude. So I'm looking. I'm like, is casino girl here? And she looking at me. So she called a girl and she come outside. She was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I'm like, what is going on?
Damn, sis.
What's going
I
on?
don't think you told me the story. You know
I don't.
what? Honestly, I thought you were talking about the other situation where you put up to a old girl apartment and a dude was there.
No,
You talking about casino girl
no,
now?
I'm talking about
Okay,
casino
okay.
girl.
So
I
okay,
I'll talk about that later
okay.
too. But yeah, so
Y'all.
she basically was like, this ain't a good time for me. I'm like, is that your old lady?
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated. I was like, look, let me uncomplicate it for you, if
I know
that's
that's
even a
right.
word.
Right.
I said,
I think it is, baby.
okay, not too much, not too much. But I told her, I said, you ain't gotta worry about me no more. No, no, no. Casino
Why do
girl, you
people
ain't gotta
do
worry
that?
about me no
See,
more.
that's how
Delete my
people.
number. I'm gonna delete you off the book and all that. She didn't be
Exactly.
on there like that anyway.
Exactly.
And I left.
I don't see how
Mm-hmm.
people can do that. Like, I've never just led somebody on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would tell y'all about a recent situation. I just ghosted him. I guess you could say I ghosted him.
I sure was gonna ask you about,
But
him.
like, just like leading somebody on, using somebody. Like, me personally, I can't do it because people like me and you, we're normal. Like, we get hurt, we cry, we might. Well, you do pop ups. I haven't did a pop up before.
Girl, I didn't did about 3, 4, 5.
I ain't never did no pop up, but
Cause bitch, you gonna
yeah,
tell me,
right.
yeah.
I feel you.
I don't
I
know
do
what
feel
it
you.
is
I
about
just
a lesbian relationship.
yeah,
My feelings,
yeah.
cause I done spent all this money. I done bought shit for your damn kids. We done went to
Wherever, because your baby daddy ain't shit.
And that's another thing, sis. I be thinking the women that my sis date, they be really wanting my sis to be a nigga,
And
she,
I'm not. I'm
like,
sassy as fuck.
she's the type of lesbian. Like, yeah, she's a lesbian, but she knows she's a girl.
Yes, like I know I'm a woman.
I'm sorry, y'all. No disrespect, but you know, some be like, "Don't say girl to me," or "touch me not," and all of that.
Baby,
Okay,
I ain't no touch me not. You better
touch
know
me.
what to do. I'm sorry, sis. You better know what to do. That's all I gotta say. You better.
Okay. So, finally, we're gonna get back on topic.
Yeah,
Y'all. Okay, so the topic is stupid in love.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll go first.
Go ahead, boo.
Whew, y'all. So
It's gonna be quiet.
I just look back like poor baby. Okay, so we're gonna ignore high school because that was like a childish relationship anyway. Like, so fast forward, I go to college. Mind you, that was the high school boyfriend was the only boyfriend that I had, so that I counted. I had a basketball player, but he was lame. Anyway, and you know what I'm talking about?
Basketball player.
D.
Not you saying initial.
Because I don't know what kind of nickname to give him. Oh my God, girl, the basketball player.
Who play basketball?
He got the same last name as our grandma, her maiden name.
Oh, that lame.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna count him because that literally lasted maybe a month.
Girl, I couldn't stand that bitch ass. I hope you hear this shit, motherfucker.
Girl, that was a mess. That was a mess.
Okay, I got you.
You know what? I ain't gonna say it because
I got you.
I said the same last name as our grandma. We wasn't related, y'all, but we probably could have been, but it doesn't happen or nothing. Like,
oh yeah. Now, when you said that,
I was like, because I know people gonna be like, the same last name as your grandma. Was that your cousin?
No, they not related, y'all.
Where they're not related.
It just be like that, like
especially down here in the South. You know, some people got multiple. Like everybody that got the same last name as you is not your family.
Yeah, it's not your family.
But anyway, we didn't. That wasn't nothing. That was just a talking situation. Yeah, we went on. We did go on a date. He did take me on a date. Remember, you took us on our date.
Where y'all go to?
You the one that drove us.
Where y'all drove?
We went to the movies to see Twilight.
Girl, I don't remember that.
Girl, you was our driver.
I had to drive y'all?
Yeah, because I didn't have my license, boo.
So mom wouldn't let y'all go?
No, it wasn't that. It was just like, I don't think he had his car yet because he used to have a Charger. I don't know what happened. I don't think mama was scared to let me go with him.
I thought he had a Mustang.
No, he had a Charger. Remember when the Charger first came out, boo? Yeah, we owe y'all.
Oh, we owe y'all.
He had that black Charger.
I thought it was the okay. You know, I forgot, baby.
He did have a Mustang, huh? But he had a charger too. Or maybe he got the charger after we
I
broke
thought
up.
that was his brother charger.
You know what? I think that was his brother charger. He had anyway. I don't know why he didn't take us.
But I had to take y'all.
Yeah, cause what he was was it? Okay, I was a freshman.
And he was a junior. Because I was a senior.
He was a senior. Yeah, cause you
Okay.
graduated. Can I tell you? She graduated in 2009. He
Period,
graduated.
class of 09.
Okay, he graduated in
Period.
2010. So yeah, okay. I was a freshman. He was a junior. Okay.
Okay.
Was that kind of
Oh.
predatory?
No,
No, just play. Okay.
I mean, no. It's
'Cause
just
he
the
was-
way your birthday is.
Yeah, it's
It
the way my
probably-
birthday. My
and
birthday is October 11th. So
Mhm.
and then
The way his is over the summer, because I know.
yeah, his birthday was July actually. He's a Cancer like mama.
Now you knew that wasn't gonna work.
Okay, so
I'm sorry,
y'all. we keep apologizing. Okay, so he yeah, you drove us, sis.
Okay. I drove them, y'all.
Yeah, we went to
I
see
done had a lot of
Twilight.
liquor and
So,
all that stuff. So I
I
forgot.
will say, but I think it was like maybe a month, maybe 2, and then I don't know what happened. I just got bored because it was just like
He looked boring.
he really was like.
I mean, it's
Lord,
only
forgive
so
me.
much you can do when you in high school. When you really ain't got no money and you getting money from
And
your
I wasn't
parents.
even exactly, and I wasn't even thinking about that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was,
guess it was probably basically like talking on the phone and
yeah,
stuff.
and then
Okay.
that's another thing, y'all.
I'm sorry.
I will say I was real bad. I used to be scared to talk on the phone. I used to always want to text. Like I was very shy, very, very shy. But I didn't broke out of that for the most part. Okay, so I ain't gonna count Celery because that was really my only boyfriend that we was off and on for my whole high school and then maybe a little bit of college. Okay, so fast forward, I did have a college boyfriend, but that didn't last long either. Like, it's not me, y'all. It's them. So he tried to say it was because of distance. But I'm talking about like being stupid, like blatantly seeing the red flags and still ignoring it. So my stupid in loves really didn't start until I got my first job. Okay. So if y'all know, if working at like a plant or like say like a big warehouse or a plant is no good. Toxic. Like everybody sleeping with everybody. It's just messy. Just mess on top of mess on top of mess. So I had just got out of college. And I needed a job. Like I had been trying to get a job all through college. Didn't nobody hire me. I kept putting applications. Nobody would hire me. So finally, I think, sis came and told me that she saw a post from a classmate saying that they work at this place and that they're hiring. And I was like, oh, I never heard of this place. I'm going to call it Stevens. So Stevens was this warehouse that made transformers for generators and light poles. So I didn't know that at the time. But anyway, so she told me about it. I was like, oh, okay. And it was in this town over an hour away from us. Well, not an hour. I'll say 45 minutes. 45 minutes away from us. So it was a drive. But I was like, okay, I'll do it because I didn't really want to work around where I was living and see nobody from school. So I'm 19, y'all. I get the job. I got the job November 2014. I spent 6 years at this place, like most of my 20s. I didn't leave till 26. Okay, so anyway, so I get there, I'm new, and it's like when you the new girl, all the men want to flock to you and just be like, hey, how you doing? You know how to be like, hey, how you doing? What you doing in here, baby? Like all of that. And like before I graduated high school, I had never had like no grown men trying to holler at me. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm grown. Technically, I'm 19, but I'm just like, it's like dudes, you know, like they 35 and up.
With
Like,
your nasty ass.
yeah, like old enough to be my father. Like,
Nasty.
yeah, like, so I'm like, what
Sorry,
the hell is
sis.
going on? So I got the job first, and I think like a week or two later, sis started working there too.
I came up there 2 weeks later.
Yeah, so we was working there together. We was riding together. You came the same year. Yeah. It was right before Thanksgiving. I'll never forget. It was November 7th. November 7th, 2014, I got hired on at Stevens. It's not the real name of the plant, but anyway, it's a family-owned business. If y'all are around here and y'all listen to this, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm the new girl, and it was this guy. What am I going to call him? I'm going to call him...
Convict. I'm sorry, y'all.
Y'all.
That ain't right. Let me stop.
I'm leading up to that, but Okay.
I hadn't thought of something else.
Ah, shoot. What am I call it? Hell, prison bay.
Prison man. Stop.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him prison bay, y'all. So he was like one of the first guys that I was like, okay, like he was, he was flirting with me. Now, mind y'all, this is my first job, and I kind of went through a rough patch during college. Like I was going through it. Like I didn't graduate, so I was really down, and I'm like, I got to get a job, I got to get some money. So, my hair wasn't done, so this is early 2014, so everybody had the puff balls, wearing your natural hair. Really wasn't wearing no sew-ins like that. So unless you really had your shit together, basically. So I had my natural puff, and I was I come from a family that got long, pretty thick hair. So yeah, right. So I had like a lot of hair. So I had my hair in a little puff, and I had my glasses. I'm not ashamed to be a glass. I wear glasses, so I'm not ashamed of that. We
Me
both wear
too.
glasses.
Go
I
back.
wear.
Go back. The auntie can't see.
I know we can't see y'all. It's
Mhm.
a family trait, I guess. But anyway, I wear my contacts too. But anyway, I didn't have my prescription. It was a mess, y'all. I was going through it, y'all. I was
You was that,
struggling.
bro?
Girl, yeah, 19, still living at home. So, and y'all, this is my first job. That's not bad, but usually people have a little high school job, McDonald's, KFC. I didn't have that. I probably could have, but anyway.
You worked the little security job.
So yeah, Stevens was my second job, y'all. So the guy, he approached me. And I ain't gonna lie, he was cute. He was my type. He was tall, light skinned. Like I really thought he was fine, y'all. He really wasn't all of that. Like he wasn't ugly though. He wasn't ugly. So I was like, oh my God, okay. So he was, saying little slick stuff to me, talking about, hey, how you doing? Or, you gonna be my new bae. And I'm like, Kiki and stuff. Like, girl, so dumb. So the way Stevens worked, you used to have to be with somebody and watch them work. So, I was going through my training period. So he would always come over there, whole conversation with me. My little shy ass, I'm just like, I'm taking it all in. Like, oh my God, this guy is really noticing me. Like, so stupid, so stupid. So, finally, the lady that I was training with, she was talking to him, and she was like, oh, no, he was like, how old are you? And I remembered I had just turned 20. So I wasn't even 19 when I got that job. I was 20. I'm tripping. Lord. Yeah, because my birthday was in October, and I got it in November. Okay, so I was 20, y'all. So he was like, yeah, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 20. And he was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, how old are you? He was like, I'm 19. So y'all, we young, we babies. I'm gonna say it, we were babies. So one thing led to another, and he was like, can I get your number? So I gave it to him, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just so like, oh, he wants my number and all of this. And so we would text and all of this, and I can't remember what happened, because we did go on a date. I remember that we did go on a date. We went to the movies. We went to go see, dang, what's the name of that movie? It was some military movie or whatever. Anyway, it was a double date though, and I don't think I realized that until I got there. So it was me, him, and his homeboy. His homeboy didn't even have a date.
Why everybody want to take everybody to the movies on the first date?
Young, that was all we needed. That was all we needed was a girl. If you got asked to go to the movies, you was popping.
You know what? You right. Back then, yeah, somebody took you to the movies, you was popping. But now, don't you ever? We better have been together about a year or two before we go to them damn.
And you know what?
movies.
I was seeing something like that. Somebody was like, and I feel her on that. She was like, "Don't take me to the movies on no first date, because it's like we can't talk. We gotta watch a movie. Like that's very
That's lame as
childish.
hell.
I'm sorry,
But
that's childish.
I get it.
Yeah,
1920,
yeah.
So go ahead, boo. I'm sorry.
No, you good. So
we did our movie date. I ain't gonna lie, you know, he got a little fresh, little
kiss. I was like, girl, I was feeling myself because y'all, he had these big, pretty pink lips.
Oh my God.
Woo, I got chills. I don't have chills.
That was
so anyway.
soup coolers. They call them.
That's what they're. What? I've never heard of that before. Soup coolers.
Yeah. You ain't never heard that before?
No.
Yeah. I'm old as hell.
Baby, what? Soup cooler. What does that mean?
That he got big lips and he eat pussy.
Oh, I thought you was
I'm
like. I
sorry.
thought you meant like blowing on some soup.
I'm not blowing on no damn soup.
Well, okay.
Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
not gonna turn my mic off.
no, I need your input. Okay, so we did our movie date, and we was cool. Like I would go to his house, we would chill, nothing would happen. Um, whew, it's a lot, y'all. So I don't even know how to finish. So anyway, long story short, he ended up texting me one day, and he was like, "You know what? I don't wanna keep doing this. As far as like, I'm not in the right headspace, to be in a relationship right now. I don't want a relationship right now." And it came out the blue. Like he didn't show me no signs. At least I didn't see no signs that he didn't want to be in a relationship. So I had my high school boyfriend. I had my college boyfriend. My college boyfriend, he didn't do nothing wrong to me. Like it wasn't like my stupid in love. So I ain't gonna talk about that now, but I'll talk about that eventually. But anyway, so I'm like, dang. So yeah, I hadn't had a relationship since college, which was early 2014. So when I met him, I'm like, okay, he my type. I wasn't rushing, but I was like, damn, what did I do? So I remember that day he texted me. I can't remember the full text message, but I know it was like, I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now, whatever. We can just be friends. So girl, broke my little heart. I was crying. So get back to work. So I'm like, okay, he don't want to be in a relationship with me. So, don't talk.
Leave me the fuck
right.
alone.
Leave me the fuck alone. Tell me why he's still coming to my machine, Hey, how you doing? Try to do a little touchy feely on the butt.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Your bitch ass.
I'm like, well, didn't he just say, y'all? I'm like, didn't he just say he didn't want nothing? So why is he still coming over here? It's not clicking in my head like, oh, you trying to get you some. So, whew, yeah. So one thing led to another. He was and I was seeing stuff, but I was turning a blind eye. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, at the end of the day, he's not my man, and that's where guys get you. If you don't have no title, they gonna put that, oh, we not together. Like every time something come up, every time you see something, every time you hear something, we not together, but you want relationship stuff. Yeah. So I would see him talk to other girls and flirt with other girls. My sis would see it. She would come and tell me. And
y'all.
So before you say your voices, I was seeing it, and then I was like, well, he's still in my face, and I'm just like, I'm what they call it? I'm taking it all in, like, okay. And the girls that he was flirting with weren't cute, like, yeah. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? I know I look good, so it's whatever. So I really wasn't like tripping off it, but I was tripping. So he had a homeboy that I guess he was cool with. So his homeboy, he was, he would come and talk to me. I don't think he liked me, but who knows? Because homeboys be slick. But he'd just be like, I was like, dang, like what's up with your boy? He was like, what you mean? I was like, have you, why he acting like this? He's like, oh, that's just how he is. Like, don't, trying to, make me feel better. Yeah, like
that's just how he is.
A nigga gonna take up for his nigga. So it's just like, anyway, so and eventually we started back, getting cool or talking. I'm like, well, you said you didn't want a relationship, but I guess he was like, well, we could still be friends. So I took that we could still be friends. It's like, oh my God, he still wants me. Yeah, so dumb.
Girl, he don't want you.
So anyway, something had happened at work that day. And we was on like our little 10-minute, 15-minute break. And my sis had came up to me.
I should have minded my damn business, y'all.
No, I really wish I would have took her advice, because y'all, he took me down through there. So I think I don't know if you went up to him and told him to leave me alone, or you did something and then you came to me. What happened?
Yeah, I was sitting next to each other, and I think I did say that, because that was almost 10 years ago. So I don't remember everything like word for word, but I know, y'all, we were on a break. Something happened. We was on a break, and I walked by. I'm like, she just told me he didn't want her like that.
Right.
Like, they're sitting next to each other, like.
And I think you pulled me to the side.
Yeah, and I pulled you to the side, and I'm like, I don't know what I said, but whatever I said, it pissed you off.
And I said, mind your business.
I was like, you need to mind your business. And I was like, Oh my God. Like my sister snapped on me. Were we still riding together or we riding separate?
We will ride together, and that's another thing, y'all. Like sometimes, like he would be like, "Oh, come to the house," and me and my sister would ride together, and I'd be like, "Oh, well, something happened. I think you would have to stay over." So I'm like, "Well, I'll come back and get you." It
Yeah.
was crazy,
It was
y'all. It
getting,
was
but I
crazy.
think after that, we started taking separate cars. And I was talking to crazy person at that time. I gotta find a name for her, but she crazy for real. But anyway, it ain't about me. But yeah, my sister snapped on me, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, cause I seen the sign. Like, how I'm just like, I was, and like my feelings were hurt. I think I cried a little bit, shed a
Oh,
little
you
tear. I wasn't like
It's
boo.
not
I
funny.
wasn't
It's
boo
not
hoo
funny.
crying,
I'm
but I was
sorry, boo.
like,
I want to personally
"Oh,
apologize
it's
to you for
okay."
that.
I,
I'm so sorry.
I,
It's crazy how you
I
don't
should have
see,
mind my damn business. It's
but
just
y'all,
like being
I'm your
a
little
older
sister.
sister. That's my little sister. Like I know my sister grown at this point, but it's just like I don't want her to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I know we all gonna get hurt. But I take accountability. I should have minded my damn business. But when she snapped on me, I was shocked. I'm like, she got some balls,
I
man. I mean,
know
she
over
ain't got
that
no balls. But
nigga.
I'm just saying, she got some balls, man.
Over prison bay, not prison bay. Not my
And it
prison
was
bay.
like after that, it was like our relationship kind of went down. I was like, okay, I'm just if that's who she want to be with, she be with him. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna stay out the way. And
Y'all don't know him like I know him.
yeah, so I just
Yeah.
said from that point on, even to now, I mind my business. If my sister want me to know, she'll tell me. If not, I'm not gonna ask. I just want my sister happy. That's it. That's all I want. But yeah,
But yeah.
go ahead, baby. I'm
I did
sorry.
snap. I did snap. So
She put me in my motherfucking place. I heard that
girl.
shit. I heard that shit, boo.
Oh yeah, I was
You know
like, you
what?
know
You
what?
don't,
You
mind
know,
it.
mind your business. You don't know him like I know him. Cause
Period.
that's prison bay. So
Prison baby.
anyway,
That's baby.
so we continuing on. So I'm seeing stuff, and then somebody had came up to me one day and was like, "Oh, you know he got a girlfriend, right?" I was like, "Wait, what?" Mind y'all, we met in 2014. We really didn't end like officially end till 2017, January, beginning of 2017, like January, February. So I'm like, wait, what? So this is around 2015, something like that. So I was like, wait, what? They was like, yeah, she picks him up and every day. They was like, you gonna see it. So yeah, when we would get off work, it was one of those. Once we clock out, everybody, head to the parking lot. So I'm thinking back. I'm like, okay, it's a car that will always be parked like right in front of the doors. I don't know cars like that, but all I know was like kind of goldish brown. It was like a little hoopty car. But the windows were really dark and tinted, so I could never like see in it. And this how you know I was stupid. So I would see him get in the car, and I would go and I would never just look because I'm sure the windshield was tinted. So if I would just turn to my left, because y'all, he would say that I had confronted him about it. I was like, "You got a girlfriend?" He was like, "No, what you talking about?" Like, both face lying to me. I was like, "Well, who's that that's picking you up?" He was like, "That's my sister." Mind you, y'all, I know how his sister look. So I was like, if I would just turn to the left and look, I would see. So my dumb ass would never do it. I was like, oh my God. So I'm doing my little detective work. I went back like a couple years on Facebook and I saw he did have a girlfriend at that time, but I just didn't know her name. So I found her name, found her profile, but her profile was private. So anyway, I'm like, do I supposed to believe this? Like I was just he was feeding the lies. So I want to say, and that's another thing, we really wasn't having sex like that. We might have had sex maybe 3 times in that span from 2014 to 2017. Yeah, like 3 times that I can remember. I remember the first time, then the second time. What's the second time in that car? You know what? I really can only remember 3 times. We wasn't having sex like that, so it was just like, oh, okay, I remember that time, second time, and then like the last time. Anyway, yeah. So I don't even know if I want to bring this up because people probably be trying to find
Oh, I
something
hope
had
y'all don't
happened.
investigate. Please don't. Don't try to find out who
I
it
don't want
is,
that trauma
y'all.
back up. Okay, but anyway, so
Y'all know, y'all
yeah.
leave him where he is. He prison
It
baby.
was just
Horrible. And
horrible.
then,
And then, like, he would borrow money from me, and he wouldn't pay me back.
You making all this goddamn money at this place, and you still gotta borrow money. What
I
you
remember
doing?
one time he was like, "Yeah, I need some money, to go towards rent." I didn't give him like $100 or nothing like that, but he's like, can I borrow $50? Can I borrow $60? It wasn't no like $100.
You probably using that money to take that hoe out on that date.
And like y'all, something had happened to his mom. I don't know.
Sorry, mama.
That's not funny. It's not funny, y'all. His mom, I thought he was joking, but he was like, yeah, somebody had put something in my mom's drink, so she ain't never been the same. I never touched it. His mom would be around sometimes. She didn't live with them because he lived with his sister. He lived with his sister and his 2 nieces. And his mom would come around from time to time, and his brother. His dad was older. His dad was like in his 60s.
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God, pretty.
His dad lived in Atlanta. But anyway, something happened to his mom. I personally think it was
ATL.
drugs or whatever, or like a mental, no shade.
You
like
gotta
a
watch
mental
your drink,
problem.
y'all.
But anyway, so his mom had a deep voice too. She was like, "Hey."
Sound like a man. She an old bulldog.
I remember this one time. This is when it was getting close to the end.
Okay.
He was
He was like, "Oh, can you bring me something to eat?"
Hell no. I ain't
I
no
was
bitch.
like, my dumb ass, what you want?
Oh my God, Ash.
So, he was like, I want KFC.
They gonna make you shit.
No, Taco Bell.
That
Got
gonna
him
make
Taco-
you shit.
Got him Taco
Ain't no
Bell.
real tacos. We know
Girl.
real tacos. Go ahead.
I was just like, wrapped up. Like, I was just like, oh my God, he want me to come over. Like, I get him some food. I'm gonna be able to stay and just chill.
Get some D-Nick.
Not even that. Like, it wasn't even about sex. It was just, I don't
Just
know.
his company.
His
just
company.
feeling
Like,
wanted. Yeah.
So, girl, I went over there. His mom answered the door, and my little shy ass, I was like, hey. She was like, hey. She let me in, and then I went to the back because his room was in the back. He playing video games with his brother. I don't know if you remember the story. So he playing video games with his brother, and I want to say his friend.
3?
Girl.
And you ain't got no pew-pew.
Girl. His mama was in the living room. But anyway, was his brother in there, or was it just a friend? I think it was just his friend.
Oh, what
Or was
2
it his brother?
niggas?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Don't make it sound so bad.
Sorry.
So anyway, they playing, video games, and I was like, hey. I was like, sorry, she looked at me, y'all. I was like, hey, here go your food or whatever. And he's like, oh, thank you. He was like, you could put it right there. So I'm like, damn. I was like, so I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. He ignoring me.
I know you fucking lie. Go ahead, sis. I'm
you should
sorry.
see- I'm
I
just
did.
sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. And
Like that. Oh, y'all. Wish y'all could see what she just did.
I'm sitting on the edge of the bed like this, and I'm just looking. I'm looking at the wall. They behind me playing the video game.
You looking at the fucking wall?
Girl, yes. What the hell? This is so. I'm looking at the wall, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, damn, he ain't gonna talk to me. His friend, you know what? I think him and his friend was doing something because the friend came on a date with us. The friend was just
The friend just always there. Yeah, he a little suspect.
Yeah. Because I've been to that last house, I never went inside. But the first house was, that was a rundown place.
They had roaches?
I didn't see none, but it was like, like the projects, but it wasn't the projects. It was like a, what they call it? Not an apartment, but a duplex. It was like a duplex, but it was like a flat duplex.
Oh, like hood.
Yeah, I guess you could call it like a hood. So anyway, but it was like really run down, but on the outside, but on the inside, it was up, it was kept up. So yeah, that was the first one. Damn, that was so long ago that I had came to be with him. I never did nothing with him there. I didn't do nothing with him till he moved to his apartment. But no, I wasn't like, I really wasn't on that. Like, I was really, I was trying to keep my body count
Yeah.
low. Like, I
period.
still
Mine
like,
ain't low. Don't get choked.
so anyway, let me get to, because you got to still tell your
I'm
story.
sorry.
So,
You good? Yeah, we just talking.
yeah, so I'm staring at the wall. He playing video games with the boy. I want to say his brother was there. So anyway, they talking, laughing. I'm like, damn. So next thing you know, he's like, yeah, bro, you ready? I'm like, he ready? He was like, oh yeah, we about to go. I said,
After you done drove all this way?
right. I was like, well, we had just got off of work,
Oh, I'm
so
finna say,
I was
I
already
was like,
there.
I know
So
you didn't come from the house
yeah.
to down there, girl.
So I was like, "You finna go?" He was like, "Yeah, we finna go." He was like, "You gonna stay here?" Like, well, he said it like he didn't give me no ultimatum, but he was like, we finna go. Like, this how he looking like we finna go. Like, so basically that was my cue to be like, "Oh, okay, let me go." But yeah, my ass sat there. So
Ash Marie.
him and his homeboy left, and I'm just sitting there in the room
Looking at the damn wall.
looking at insane. Insane. I'm trying not to cuss, but insane. Like I can't even believe I was that girl. So anyway, I'm like I'm upset. I'm like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. And then his mom in the living room, she watching TV. Thank you. She just brought me another bottle of wine. Thank you, boo, because I needed a refill.
Shout out to Oliver.
Shout out to Oliver Winery.
Period.
Sweet red.
Sweet read.
So finally I got up. I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like, Ash, what is wrong with you? So I'm like, I gotta leave. Like, why didn't I just leave with him and his friend? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't get up when he said we were finna go. But he left my ass there. The way Rashad looking like.
Y'all.
So anyway, I got up.
I wish I could see how the
And
fuck I'm
then
looking right
another
now.
thing, it was already embarrassing. Dropping off that food, getting left, facing the wall. Tell me why I leave, and I'm going to the door. Couldn't get the door unlocked because mom had to get up and help me.
You could not like the dog. She had all them dead bolts on there.
It was 2 locks, girl. But it's like, some people everybody lock don't go up to unlock it. Like, it's like, I don't know. It was like one of them locks where I think I was locking myself in. So finally she was like, and that took it there. I was just like, oh my God. I'm so embarrassed.
My
so
God. Like, she know her son ain't shit.
yeah. And I told my friend about it, and she was just like, girl, why did you stay
Right.
here? Like,
I
what is
would've-
wrong with you?
First of all, he wouldn't have got nothing to eat for me.
And then it's like he already ignored me when I brought the food.
Or if I
Like-
would have brought the food, I would have gave it to him and I would have left.
Right. I'm just
maybe
maybe
it was me. Like I took it upon myself.
to stay. I don't know. I was
Like,
like, he treated me so horrible.
Treated
me
my
so horrible.
sister so
He never called me out my
bad.
name or nothing like that, but it was just
He
like,
better had
you know
not.
how you supposed to treat somebody.
Right.
Like, you don't do that to
Yeah,
people.
you don't do this to somebody
So-
you like.
I'm gonna wrap up the story. So anyway, finally, I don't know what took me there to where I'm just like, I'm done. Oh, y'all, I got a phone for him.
Oh my God.
That was the last straw. So I was still, I'm 22, still living with my mom, but I'm saving up to get my own place, get my own apartment. So I was doing good, y'all. I had a whole bunch of money
Real
saved
good,
up.
real
Like,
good.
shit, I had like $3,000 saved
Big
up.
bank.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot
That was a
back
lot.
then. So I'm working, and he had came up to me one day. He was like, "Yeah, man, just he was throwing the game on. He was laying it on thick,
ugly.
y'all. Prison Bay was laying it on thick. I know y'all why you calling him Prison Bay?
We're gonna get to that. She gonna get to that. She gonna tell y'all why he prison bank.
So he came, laying it on thick, like, dang, man, I need a new phone, the new iPhone. Shit.
I'd have been like, go get you one.
I don't know if it was like the 7 or 8, one of the new iPhones that came out. So he's like, yeah, we can just go to Best Buy. That was when you can go like to Best Buy or like Walmart. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. You could go to like Best Buy or Walmart and get a phone through, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, whatever. So I was like, I don't know how I just got. He was like, can you help me? Get, I need a phone or all of that. I'm like,
Hell no.
first of all, I was like, boy, bye. But then
Period.
it's like, I don't know. He laid it
Like
on.
he
I
made
was
you
like,
feel guilty or something.
yeah, like y'all. Now you couldn't get shit out of me now.
You ain't getting nothing out of
Not
my
if you
sister.
Not if you ain't showing it in return. But anyway, young and dumb. That's the topic, stupid in love. So, and I wouldn't even say I was in love with him. I think I loved him, but I wasn't in love with him.
You liked it, the attention you was receiving.
Like that was like he was fine in my eyes. So I'm
Yeah,
just like, tall. I think he was like 6'3", like, so, he could protect me,
With his skinny, what the fuck he gonna protect? These niggas don't fight these days.
Anyway, they really don't. But anyway,
What's up?
so one day, drove to the next town over, the little big city, and we went to Best Buy, and I got the phone. Now, I was smart about this, y'all. I ain't gonna forget it, because he just wanted a phone, but I think she was like, oh, that was what my credit was real good. She was like, you qualify for, this amount or whatever. So I was like, shoot, let me get me a new phone, because I needed to upgrade. I don't think I had never had an iPhone either. I was still with that Microsoft phone or whatever. So I was like, let me get me an iPhone. iPhone had been out for a minute. So I'm like, let me get me an iPhone. So he was like, oh, you getting you something too? I was like, yeah. So we got the two phones. So it was like two different lines, but I was the main, it was in my name. So I had control over the passwords and all of this.
Smart.
So I set up the pen.
Smart.
Him not thinking, he never asked me for the pen, and I never gave him the pen. So she was like, set up your stuff. So we set up the phone. I set up the pen. And, we got our phone. So he was like, yeah, thank you. He was like, she told us how much the bill was going to be every month. I think it was going to be like 120 or one. Yeah. So I was like, okay, we going to split the bill every month. He was like, okay. Y'all, I had to literally run this man down about the phone bill. So, man, he was like, thank you or whatever. Did he say thank you? I think he said appreciate it. I don't like when people say that. Like, tell me thank you. Why you say appreciate? So he was like, appreciate it or whatever. So I took my ass home. And I say the first month he paid on time. That second month, I had to literally run him down. Then the third time, he really was like having an attitude, y'all, about paying the bill. I'm like, are you serious? And that was the last time. So y'all, the third time I don't know if he paid it yet. Yeah, he gave me the money, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I cut his line off.
Period.
We was with Sprint at the time, and Sprint had it to where you could cut one of the phones off, because I had the main phone and he was like a line added on. So I went in and I cut his phone off. Y'all, what I tell you, he blowed me up. He was like, man, turn my phone on. What you doing? Like, blowing me up, calling me from different numbers. I turned his phone back on, but I let him sweat for a little bit. So that happened. And then what else happened? Some things that came to light. I'm not gonna say what, because it's traumatizing, and it was going around that he had did something. I don't know if you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I ain't gonna say what it is, because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But I confronted him about it, and he was like, "Nah, I didn't do it." But
lying.
People said, even my best friend, because she wasn't my best friend at the time, she just knew of me. We didn't get close until I had moved over to her department, and we was next door to each other. So that was early. Like, me and her didn't start being friends till 2016. So I said, like, the year prior. She was like, you know what? I heard about it, but I didn't never see nothing, so I don't know. So anyway, long story short, he said he didn't do it, but I still to this day think he did, because people have come out and said that it happened. Anyway, I never personally saw it. So anyway, I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of this man. So I finally ended things with him, and I cut that phone off for good. I was like, I'm tired of him not paying the bill on time and running him down. So I told my mom, I said, I'm cutting this phone off. She was like, good, baby. Do y'all know I had to spend $400? I know it's not a lot to some people, but I had to take $400 out of my savings account for my apartment to cut that phone off and pay it off so to get off my credit. And I went back to Verizon. So y'all, he was blowing me up. This the second time I cut it off, because I cut it off before, but I had cut it back on. I cut that thing off. He was like, man, turn the phone back on, and all of this. And then I said, I think I turned it off over the weekend too. So he was hot.
Yeah, over the weekend.
So I was like, man, Monday morning I'm going to my supervisor, and I'm telling him, because he would always come to my machine and everything. So I'm like, I'm telling my supervisor, I'm telling my supervisor to tell his supervisor to tell him not to come over there. Don't bother me. Like, leave me alone. And I was a shy girl back then, but I had some balls then. I was like, Jack, I'm gonna call my supervisor Jack. I said, Jack, look, can you tell Kevin, his supervisor, to, leave me alone? I was like, I don't bother nobody. He's like, I got you, Ash. I got you. So yeah, at first he wasn't coming over there, but he would still pass by. Like, you would turn around, you could see people
Yeah,
coming
like
from,
he
like, the
trying to
break room.
intimidate you.
Yeah. That's exactly how it felt. So my best friend, she crazy. So she was like, he ain't gonna come over here and do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. And I was just like, girl, like, he just need to leave me alone. Y'all, she's a smoker. So one day she had went to the smoke. She wasn't like protecting me, but like she was always around.
Because I wasn't there no more. Y'all. I had
Right,
left.
yeah. My sister had left about, she didn't even stay a
I
whole
ain't
year.
stay a whole year.
I made it 6
Yeah.
years in that toxic ass workplace, y'all. So so yeah, she did something. Next thing you know, I turn around, he right there, like, he says something. Oh, can we talk or whatever? Y'all, I didn't say nothing to him. I just walked off. And I stayed gone for a little bit. When I came back, I went straight to my supervisor and I said, he came over here. And he was like, well, Ash, what you want to do? You want to take it to HR? I was like, look, I'm not trying to get the man fired. I just want him to leave me alone. So, yeah, I went home that day. He gonna talk about some, oh, you trying to get my job took away from me and all of this? Because I guess the supervisor got in his ass. He was like, you trying to get me fired? Game on. And I had showed Ma the text.
Yeah.
I was like, game on. Is he threatening you?
Because he don't want no smoke.
So, baby, the next time he called, Mama answered the phone. She like, you don't leave my daughter alone, you punk. She wanted to say something else, but she said she got him a punk.
Right, because he a punk.
And hung up.
And he getting punk.
So, after that, nothing else. So,
Mhm.
that was the last straw. So, y'all, turns out, one day me and Mom, we had went to the mall over in the capital of the city that we live in. The state that we live in. We had went to the mall out there. Tell me why we saw him and his girlfriend. And that's before all the stuff leading up to what happened to him happened. So me and Mama was in the food court getting something to eat. And I happened to look and I saw him and her and they, walking out the door. But she was ahead of him. Mom was like, dang, she looked like she a little mad or something. I was like, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So
Anyway. His age got her stressed
flash
out.
forward. I think we ended around February or January. And then never talked to him again after that. September. That's Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
So September 2017. Yeah, I'm on my new boo that ended up being the father of my kids. But we're going to get to that. That's a later story. We ain't going to talk about him today because I guess Rashad still got to tell her stupid love story. So anyway, I'm on my new boo. 5 months had passed. So yeah, 5-6 months had passed. Maybe more. I'm on my new boo. We texting or whatever. And it sound bad. Like, they weren't friends, y'all. They weren't friends. They were just like cool, like, as far as like, niggas don't really say they got friends like that, but that really wasn't his friend. They was just somebody that, he would talk to for some time, but they weren't best friends. So I don't want to sound like I was dealing with two best friends or nothing. But anyway, he was like, I was at the casino with Ma. I ain't gonna never forget this. He had my new boo had text me. I don't know what I'm gonna call him, but anyway. New boo had texted me. He was like, hey, you heard what happened to Prison Babe.
Call him Kirsty the Crab.
He was like, who? New boo?
Kirsty the Crab.
New boo is Kirsty the Crab.
He got those short legs.
Okay, Kirsty the Crab. I don't want to do my baby's father like that. But
I'm sorry.
The sis don't like him.
I can't stand that motherfucker.
I'm just going to call him New Boo right now. I'm going to get a name for him. Okay, so New Boo had texted me. He was like, dang, you heard what happened to Prison Babe? I was like, this is before he was actually called Prison Babe. I was like, no, what happened? He was like, man, he killed his girlfriend. He killed his ex-girlfriend boyfriend. I was like, wait, what? His ex-girlfriend boyfriend? I thought they were still together. So, y'all, I thought he was going to, because when somebody texts you talking about, did you hear what happened to such and such? You be like, the first thing I think, I'm sorry. The first thing I always think is, oh my God, something happened to them. Like, they got killed or something. But he was like, nah, he killed somebody. So basically what happened was the girl that he was saying wasn't his girlfriend was actually his girlfriend all that time. I don't know if they was going through stuff and he would just go back and forth between me and her and other women. It's just a mess. But anyway, the girl that was picking him up, that car that I was always seeing, that really was his girlfriend. So she ended up getting an apartment in the same apartment complex that he lived in. So That
was
was
the
the
same
same.
one. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
So she, I guess they had broke up or she was cheating on him. Anyway, he found out that she had another guy, and I ain't gonna talk too much about this because the guy, R.I.P. to him. The guy, because he didn't deserve that.
No,
The guy was talking to the girl. Like this is what I talk about when situations like this. If the girl don't want to be with you no more, why would you go and do some stuff like this?
Right.
So anyway, the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend, I'm still not sure because people were saying that the week prior to everything happening, she had picked him up from work. So she probably got tired of him dogging her out. So she decided to do her little one too. Anyway, the dude was in the house. He found out the dude was in the house. He was drunk. He came the first time and she called the police. The police told him, go home. So, and I think he had told them he had a gun on him, but the police dropped the ball and didn't take the gun away from him or whatever. So they just told him, leave the premises. So he left. Tell me why he brought his ass back. This how you know. Thank God I never saw the crazy. He never, hurted me like
he
that.
better
Like,
than that.
but well, the only thing he was like game on. That was the only little threat.
And it wasn't finna be no game on.
That
It was
was
gonna
the
be game over.
Girl, that was the only little threat he did. So
Hell.
anyway, they told him to go. He left. I say maybe an hour or two later, he brings his butt back and he broke into the apartment. I guess came in through the window. And I don't really know the facts on this about what transpired, but I think him and the dude ended up fighting. Me and my best friend think he whooped Prison Bay ass. He felt some type of way, so he had his gun. So anyway, long story short, him and the dude ended up getting into it, and sadly, the guy ended up getting shot to death by Prison Bay. And the girl was in the closet the whole time, but yeah, so police came. He's sitting there all bloody with blood all over his clothes. And I think it was a quote from like the newspaper article. He was like, damn, I can't believe I just messed up my life over a girl. Like, that's all he could say. So, yeah, I dodged a bullet. That's all my best friend keeps saying. She's like, I'm so glad you wasn't dealing with him no more. Because what if he would have been like, oh, come pick me up from here? Like, it could have been a whole mess. Like, y'all, I hadn't talked to that man in 5 months. We was still working together. I mean, not working together. We were still working at the same place, but I was in another department. So I never really saw him like that. Yeah. So, yeah, so that happened in September, like the weekend before Labor Day, that Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And then we had to go back to work that Tuesday. Y'all, when I tell you everybody went back to work, it was dead silent. Because, I mean, everybody knew him. He was like one of the popular people at the plant. So, and everybody looking like, oh my God. Like, people knew me and him used to talk or whatever. So, it was a mess. So, he ended up killing the guy. And he actually killed the son of another supervisor because the plant that we worked at, it had two different buildings. It had the main building that was across the street, and it had the second building that we worked at. So the main building across the street was where the guy who got killed father worked. He was the supervisor over there. So y'all, the way stuff just tied together. So he ended up going to jail. He was in jail for like 3 years, 2 years, and then he finally got sentenced, and he doing 30 years, y'all. So
They should have gave him
I
life.
hate to say it, that was his karma for all he did. And y'all, when I moved into my apartment, mind you, all of that happened in 2017. So I hadn't seen or talked to him since 2017. He killed the guy, was in jail, and then it was before he got like actually sentenced. He was sitting in jail for a minute. I move into my new apartment. A couple months later, I get a phone call from a number. And me, I answer, because it didn't look like a unusual number. And I said, hello, you have a collect call from.
Hang up because I don't want them
hung up.
charges.
Do you accept the charges? I hung up and then I answered again. This time I let it go all the way through. And it was like, if you want calls blocked from this number, press certain number. So I blocked the number from, getting calls. Y'all, the homeboys that, he used to hang around at the job would come up to me like, oh, Prison Bay want to talk to you, and all of this. I'm like, I don't want to talk to him. Yeah, I tell you, 2017, that's almost what, 8 years? I haven't talked to that man since 2017, early 2017, like January, February. Because remember, whatchamacallit had passed away and we went to her funeral.
Oh, yeah, that was sad.
I want to say that same month or, the beginning of the February, I was done with him.
That was so sad.
So, yeah, so sad, y'all. We we ended things. So I'm like, I don't want to talk to him. Like that's when I had stood on my business then. I had my new boo.
Ash,
Yeah.
not the
Had
little
my
one.
had my new apartment. And sis, I thank
Big
God
Libra gang.
I thank God I didn't have my apartment during that time because ain't no telling what dumb shit I would have done. Anyway, I paid that phone off. I put the money back. I got my place. And you're not about to disturb my peace at that
Don't
point.
disturb my peace
So,
or my
and I'm
sister
like,
peace.
what you calling me for? He wanted money on his books. He thought I was still that same stupid little girl that he met
Girl, you know that
at
shit high.
2019.
That shit high.
I don't know nobody in prison. I don't know nobody in jail to send no money to. I don't know what is they use jail pay, JPay.
JPay.
JPay. They be putting that in their bio because they be on Facebook. JPay.
JPay.
So yeah, y'all.
Moral
Of the story is when you're young, you do stupid things. That's my story. I have another story too, but I'm gonna say that for another day.
Cause we
So,
might
he's
have to make a
doing-
part 2.
Yeah, he doing 30 years in the state prison for that. And then I don't know how they be getting hold of cell phones. I guess the correctional officers be sneaking them in. Or anyway, he got a Facebook page for some reason, and he keep changing his name and his profile picture. But anyway, he found me on Facebook, and at first I didn't know that was him, and I accepted the friend request. And then I saw something, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my god, hell no, and I unfollowed him, and I think I blocked him. Made a new page, I guess, and he had messaged me. He talking about, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I wish we could talk sometime.
Hell no.
Girl, I looked at that phone. That's when I got my new job.
Mm-hmm.
My new job. I ain't gonna tell y'all what my new
No,
job
we're
is
not
just
telling you
yet.
because y'all not finna find out and fuck that up. Shit.
But
She got a good ass job, and I'm so proud of her.
Thank you, boo. So
I am so
it's really-
serious. It's not Jose Cuervo talking. You already know. I am so
Period.
proud of you.
But yeah, so I had to grow up. Like that's my story, y'all. So I'm gonna let Rashad tell
Girl,
hers.
I'm
if
gonna
we
make
still,
this
do we still got
quick.
time? Because I've been talking my ass
Since
off.
you good, that's the whole point. We just talking, baby. Like, I mean, we an hour and 8 minutes in, but it's okay. I mean, we still got time. I mean, hopefully, whoever's listening, you listen to the whole thing. Or if you got to split it up in parts, if you got a 30-minute drive, come back and listen. That's all we want. Hope we didn't bore y'all. I hope y'all, whoever's listening, I hope you guys love it. But for the gays, say it again, sis. Because I can't say LGBTQ. I think
love
I just said it. Period.
Y'all messy though.
Girl, we is messy. To my rainbow people, I love y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Rashad K, love y'all. Okay, my stupid in love. I got about 3 nicknames for this person. I don't know if I want to call her Dashiki.
Not Dashiki.
You know from Don't Be a Menace to
Yeah, I know, that's
you
what I'm
know,
like.
I hope
Dashiki was actually pretty though.
because this motherfucker wasn't pretty.
This one, I'm sorry.
Looking back, I done had some ugly hoes, except for the last one. Her body was just a girl. I seen a recent picture of her.
I keep thinking I see her in Walmart.
You probably do be seeing her. She got a
know I
little
got
fupu,
kids?
a lot of fupu.
Does she know I got babies?
Shout out to the big girls. I love the big girls. You just got a 2-roll minimum because I done had about
Shout out to the big girls.
I done had about 5, 6
Does she know I
rolls.
had kids?
Huh?
Does she know I had babies?
I don't think she do because I'm still friends with her sister, but I'm not for sure because I respect my sister. Unless my sister posts something, then I'll reshare it. I'm not finna just take it upon myself to just post my niece and nephew on social media. I'm not finna do that. But sis, I don't know, baby, if she do.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to call this person Dashiki. I don't know if I want to call her Toothpick because she was little, real little. And when I say little, I'm talking about skinny. Like she was like I'm like 5'4", so she was like maybe an inch or two taller than me. But she was real slim. And I don't know if I want to call her Ashtray. So yeah, I'm taking names from the movie Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Ashtray is a good one.
I want to say Ashtray because she's a smoker and she's kind of the reason why I started smoking. I don't smoke weed. but I used to smoke cigarettes, but I vape now, so
Nasty.
any vape
What they call
people
cigarettes?
they call cigarettes.
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
what you
I'll
what you
think of it.
what cigarette?
What they call it? They be like, oh, she's smoking them.
Them squares.
Yeah, them squares.
Yeah, she was
That's what
smoking
I'm
them
saying.
squares. So I'm gonna talk about this
Hell
person. I do have another person that I was in a very, very abusive relationship with. That'd probably be it for another day. But I'm gonna just talk about one because I don't want us to run out of time and we got other stuff to talk about. But I'm gonna call this person Ashtray. And when I met this person, I had came back home. Well, I dropped out of college November of 2009. I came back home. That's a story for another day. Came back home, had to get my life together. I ended up getting a job at a poultry plant. Not gonna say the name, but I got a job at a poultry plant. I don't remember what month in 2010, but I know it was probably like, it had to be March because when I met this person, I had just turned 19.
Damn.
So I'm young, y'all. So I know because my birthday February the 9th. So I turned 19 when I met this person. This person was 24. This person was 24 because she's 4 years older than me. Because I'm 33 now.
Ooh, people be praying on us.
So I'm 33 now, but at the time I was 19 and they was 24. So I work at this poultry plant. Mind you, I'm a dropout college student. I'm broke. I don't have no car because the car had messed up on me from high school. Shout out to Papa, R.I.P. Had a he had an old school Mercedes Benz. We gonna talk about that because back we ain't had no air, no heat,
The window didn't go down.
Windows didn't go down.
We used to go to McDonald's. We used to go to McDonald's after school and open the door.
Had to open the door, get the money and stuff. Girl, we done been through some stuff, y'all. So
What a time.
what a time, baby. So I'm working at the plant and I'm doing my job. And I don't know if people know, but you know how you could feel somebody staring at you. You feel somebody staring at you, and I mean, yes, I've always been openly gay or whatever, but at the same time, I don't like people in my business. So I'm not ashamed of who I am. It's just I don't go around flaunting it. Like, oh, I'm gay. Look at me. You know, it's not like that. It's just I dress how I dress. I like what I like, you know. So I see this person looking at me, and mind you, at this time I had just cut my hair. Like I had cut my hair October of 2009. So that's like what, 5-6 months or something. My math off, y'all. But when I met this person, I had a low fade at the time, and I can see this person staring at me. I'm like, why is this bitch staring at me? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm finna cuss. I'm like, why this bitch staring at me? Like, she keep mugging me.
She was scoping out the scene.
And I'm 19, so I'm not catching the hint because I went through some stuff in high school, you know, with people just dogging me out, you know.
Right.
But anyway, she comes. Yeah, it was so long ago. This is like 14 years ago, so I don't remember everything. But she comes up to me, and I want to say she asked me if I had a girlfriend or asked me if I was gay, and I was like, yeah. And then she was just like, you know, she liked me and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, she likes me. Cool. I'm not asking the questions that I would ask now as a 33-year-old. Like, do you have a man? Do you have a kid? Like, are you fully lesbian? Are you, I'm not asking the questions that needs to be asked. Do you have your own place? Like, I'm not asking that. I'm just like, oh, somebody likes me. Somebody wants me because the stuff I went through in high school, people was playing games. Like,
Treacherous.
I'm not trying to revert back to high school, but I was dating somebody who was a straight up hoe who had me and like 2 other people buy her the same teddy bear. And I don't have nothing against that woman because she's married now and she got kids, but it's just like,
Is that the one who daddy robbed the bank?
Yeah. She used to call me Louie. She's the big.
Louie.
I don't even know where Louie came from, but she used to call me Louie. So
When I think of Louis, I think of Snowfall, and that pisses me off because Louis.
I think of Louis Vuitton. I think that's why she called me that or something. But I don't know. But anyway, back to Ashtray. So y'all, this is so blurry, but we meet. She tell me she like me or whatever. And I think she told me, yeah, I have a baby. I'm like, oh, you got a baby. I'm thinking 2-3 years old. I think her daughter was like 8 months old, y'all. I had no business talking to somebody who had an 8-month-old baby. No disrespect to the single mothers out there, because everybody need love. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I'm just saying, like, I, as a 19-year-old kid,
Yeah, you did not need to be.
because
in
I was
something
not
like that.
grown.
Exactly.
I had no business talking to a 24-year-old. Ooh, I'm stuttering. I had no business talking to her. So we started talking. I'm still staying with my mom, and I'm going to work, but I still don't have a vehicle. So my mom is dropping me off early enough to where she can come back home to get some sleep to go to her job. And then I'm having to stay like an extra hour or two because I had to wait for mom to get off. And didn't want to be there. I hated the job. And then I had got into a situation. No, that's why I got in that little spot. I had got into a situation in the back. This dude kept harassing me, calling me bitches, calling me a dyke. And I was just tired of it because old. He looked like he was like 40, 50 years old. He was mad because I didn't want to talk to him. And I'm like, dude, I don't like men. And he like, you a dyke ass bitch. Fuck you. Oh yeah, bitch, I ain't finna leave. Just kept fucking with me. So I told my supervisor, and I'm very sensitive to a certain extent, but I told my supervisor, I was like, I forgot the man's name, but I was like, can you please tell him to leave me alone? Like, I'm just here to work.
Right. Why
And
people can't realize
I
that?
don't know. I'm like, I'm just here to work. Can you please move me? So when he moved me, that's when I met Ashtray. But anyway, she tells me she has a baby. And then I'm like, oh, what, is the baby daddy in the life? She was like, yeah, he comes in or whatever. Not knowing she's still fucking him. I'm so fucking naive, not knowing. I'm just taking her word for it. That relationship from, I'm going to just say March of 2010 up until April of 2012, because that's when I got the job out there. For 2 years, pure hell. So make a long story short, because I don't want to stay on the long, because I don't want to be traumatized.
No.
I was with the person. She was just basically like, oh, you need to leave the nest. You need to leave about your mom's house. Not knowing she just was trying to control me. She basically had me turn against my mother and my sister. And I'm so sorry, sis. I'm so sorry, mom. Me and my mom got into a physical altercation. I was in the wrong. I had no business putting my hands on my mom because my mom beat my motherfucking ass as she should.
My God. I was there, y'all. It was terrible.
It was terrible. Like, sister was crying, all of that. Like, still to this day, 14 years later, I feel like shit about that. Like, I hate that. Like, I don't want to go into details,
Please
but
don't cry.
I do not want to cry. I was wrong for that, for running up on my mama like that, because you gonna get knocked the fuck out. Period. My mom was talking shit and I was trying to get my stuff and I didn't want to hear it, but I'm jumping to conclusions. But anyway, not conclusions, I'm jumping ahead. Basically that person was very controlling because I was so young, and she used to always make comments saying that, oh, you got to get them young so you can train them. She would always tell that to her mom. She would always tell that to her best friend.
Ew.
Like, yeah, you got to get them young. You got to train them. You need to leave the nest. You need to leave your mom's house. But you're staying in your grandmother's old house. You don't cook. You don't clean. Y'all, you just do really dumb shit when you like in love.
Y'all could have died one time. Remember?
Yes, she had a gas, like, the house I live in, it's electric. But she lived in a house where you have to have gas, and the gas was it was a gas leak, and she smoked cigarettes, and she kind of influenced me to smoke. And I don't smoke cigarettes, I vape, but it's still bad at the same time. But it's just I have bad anxiety. I'm not clinically diagnosed. I'm not crazy, y'all, but I'm just saying, like, my nerves get bad, I
Yeah.
get nervous and stuff. But um if we would have lit a cigarette, because her sister smelled it, because her sister doesn't smoke or anything. Her sister walked in the house and she was like, "Do y'all know that y'all smell gas?" She was like, "Do y'all smell that gas?" And we was like, "We don't smell nothing." We had got off. We were so tired from work. We didn't even smoke, because normally we would smoke before we lay down. She was like, "Oh my God, if you guys would have smoked, the house would have blew up." My God could have been gone about 5 times dealing with that damn girl. So we was like, no. And come to find out it was a gas leak. And then her family members ended up kicking her out of the house that her grandmother left her. So she had to go down the road to her mom. And that's when just shit really hit the fan. Like, we were fighting damn near every day. She was talking down on me. Her baby daddy was coming up there. He claimed he was seeing the baby, but she sucking his dick in the car
Oh no! Why you in the house?
while I'm in the house like a dumbass looking at the baby.
Girl,
The baby in the crib.
But he came to see the baby.
But he came to see the baby. But she's sitting out in the car for an hour or two sucking his dick and fucking him.
Oh no!
And I didn't find all of this. I didn't find all this shit out till later.
Damn, sis. Oof.
I didn't find all this out till later, sis.
If I could go back and hug our younger selves.
Okay, I just want to give myself a big ass hug.
Yeah, like it's gonna be okay. You gonna get through it,
Girl,
baby.
I ended up, y'all, I'm good now, but because it's expunged and all that. I ended up catching a charge. Like, me and my mom fell out because of my ass. I blame me. I fell out with my sister. I was in the wrong. You don't think you're in the wrong when that happens, but I was in the wrong, and I know I was in the wrong. I'm not finna blame nobody. Rashad K was in the wrong.
I'm sorry. Can I say one thing? She got on Facebook and made a post.
I did. And I was
She
like,
I don't need nobody.
I don't need
If you
nobody.
want-
F my mama, F my sister. And I remember one of my classmates was like, "Are you like, are you okay?" I'm like, fuck everybody. That's why now on Facebook, whatever I'm going through, I'm not gonna put that out
No, hell no.
there, because I learned from that. So when I be seeing people that is our age, 33
Still-
and 29, still
doing that
I
bullshit.
be like, what's wrong with y'all?
Right, like don't nobody care.
Don't nobody
like,
care.
They just want to see the mess.
They just want to see the mess and they gonna talk about you.
Yes.
But yes, I was that person. I'm not perfect or nothing like that. But when all that happened, because like I said, it's a lot for 2 years. Like, I can't remember everything because it's been so long. Like, I blocked a lot of stuff out, so my story probably not gonna be that long, y'all. And I'm sorry if I'm jumping back and forth, but we got together, not knowing she was still sleeping with him the whole entire time. I found that out later. She made me turn against my mother and my sister because that's all I got. And I ended up moving out. I moved in with her. It was pure hell. He would come, her baby daddy would come whenever the fuck he felt like it. And I was trying to be cool because, not trying to put our business out there or say who he is, but our pops wasn't really in our life like that. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm not going to be that spouse that's taken.
Spouse.
I don't want to be that spouse that's, we were never married, but I don't want to be that person that's taking that little baby girl away from her dad. But not no.
I'm sorry, that nigga wasn't trying to care about that baby.
But not knowing she's still sleeping with him. And
treacherous.
I mean, we never got into it until towards the end. But I'm gonna get to that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm 19, so I could never keep a job. I ain't even gonna lie. At that time, I could never keep a job for a whole year. Like, I would work a job a couple of months, be broke. Work a job a couple of months, be broke. I was one of them broke ass studs that y'all be talking about on Facebook.
But you know what? You might have been a broke ass stud, but you was never like trying to use your girlfriends like some of them broke ass
Cause
studs
she
do.
quit her man, she literally quit her job at that place because I think I ended up leaving and I had a car note and I just let them repo it. That was my first and only repo. Don't get it twisted. First and only, and I never want to go through that again.
Oh,
but she ended up quitting because I wasn't there. We pulled out of McDonald's. Shout out to McDonald's. I love McDonald's. I got
I just
something
had a
last
bacon, egg, and
night.
cheese bagel
Period.
this morning. Yeah, they brought the bagels back down here. They was
Sponsor
gone for
us.
a
We
minute.
need some free McDonald's for
I
a whole
love that
year.
steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
But she pulled up and she was like, "Why don't you work here?" I said, "I'm not gonna work at no motherfucking McDonald's, bitch."
That's what you said. No, you didn't say that to her.
No, I didn't say that. That's what I wanted to say. She was like, "Oh, they hiring." I said, "I don't want to work there. I mean, it's a job." I said, "I don't want to work fast food. I work 2 fast food places. I don't want to work at McDonald's." "Well, you need a job." I said, "You need a job." And she got quiet. "Well, how am I gonna pay my car note?" "You pay your car note."
No, she did say how she gonna pay her car
She had
note.
just got that Pontiac. Shout out to Pontiac.
They still make Pontiac. Or is it what they call it, discontinued? Did they
I think
discontinue
they
the Pontiac?
discontinued it.
Okay.
I have to Google it. But
we had a Pontiac van back in the day.
we sure did. And I whipped the motherfucker out of that motherfucker. But what else? Yeah, so I went through a time period where I didn't have a job and it just went downhill from there because, like I said, got into it with mom, got put out, was there with her and her mom. It was me, her mom, her sister, and her 3 kids. So
all in that house?
Yeah, and it was like a 3-bedroom house. So it's me and her baby, her mom, and then her sister and her 3 kids.
Damn.
All in one house.
Wow.
And you still want to fuck. Sorry, but you having sex with your baby daddy.
Oh, sis. Oh.
I know. I was stupid as hell.
We both was.
So
that's so stank.
when I tell you I moved everything in, I'm talking about
birth certificate. I was just
social,
girl, and that
bedroom set, everything. And I still believe to this day that motherfucker stole my social and my birth certificate. Like she hid that shit because she knew I was gonna need it, and I could never find the original social security card and birth certificate. I had to replace everything at the end of.
You think she was using your social for stuff?
I hope not. She probably ripped it up.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, she was still like 20. Well, when we ended, she was like 25, 26. Oof. So she probably just tore it up. Mm-hmm. But I had to go online
and order.
Like a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Well, I ordered it. No, Uncle had went and got it, but I needed mom and pop, dad. Mom and dad stuff. Mm-hmm. Because they stuff was blurred out.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go online recently. Mm-hmm. I want to say last year.
And it's really easy to do. I don't know why we didn't think about that.
And it's really don't cost that much. Mm-hmm. I had to go online and order a new one.
Okay.
And a new social. But anyway, we had got into it so bad. We both didn't have no jobs. We both didn't have no money. I think I had like $20 left. We was going to her friend's house. I had like $20. I gave her 10. She put 10 in the tank at this small little store in this small town. Mm-hmm. She gave me my $10 back. Mm-hmm. She felt like I snatched it from her.
Are you
but I don't feel like I snatched it from her. Uh-huh. So I took it and I didn't put it in my pocket. I still had it in my hand. So she snatched it back. She was like, "You ain't finna snatch nothing from me. Oh, you ain't getting this $10 until we get to where we going," because we woke up. Yeah, we woke up arguing. She didn't want to cook. I didn't really cook like that. I mean, I know how to cook. I just didn't want to cook. Mm-hmm. We were finna go to my friend's house. We got up. We argued. I think we fought a little bit. And then I gave her the $10.
That's so sad. I'm sorry.
It is sad. We fought a little bit. And we going down the road after she put the gas in. She took my money, and I'm trying to get it back as we're going down the road. And she was like, "Nah, you ain't finna get it till we get there." Still trying to control me. Been controlling me this whole time, but I'm at a breaking point.
Right.
I don't have nobody. I got into it with my mother physically. Me and my sister not talking. I don't talk to my father. I don't have nobody. Man, I must have slapped the fuck out of that girl.
No.
I don't condone abuse, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't. But you gotta realize I'm like 20 at this point because it was 2011. And she was driving. I was in the passenger seat. I slapped the fuck out of that girl.
I don't give a
I slapped the shit out of her. And she claimed when my arm came down, it hit her arm on the wheel. But I don't remember that because it happened so fast. I slapped the fuck out of her. I said, "Bitch, give me my money." I said it just like that.
Sound like a pimp. Bitch.
I said, "Bitch, give me my money." And when I slapped her, next thing I know, we're veering over it because it was like a 1-lane little highway. I slapped her. She veering over. She going back. Like we're fishtailing.
Damn.
And we end up in the ditch and we spin around. And at this point, I didn't give a damn. I was like, "Just take me out."
Oh my God.
I'm for real. At 20 years old, sis.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Just take me out." Because I had just turned 20. I'm like, "Just take me out. I don't give a fuck no more." My head hitting the fucking... my head hitting the fucking... The roof of the car.
Oh my God.
And she trying to control the wheel because I hate to say it, her baby was in the backseat. Her baby's okay. Her baby's okay. But she like, "Bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up."
Oh my
bitch.
God.
And I'm just like this, my head hitting the ceiling of the roof like this. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nobody.
This is so sad.
We spin around and the back of the car hit the tree. And I feel bad even to this day. Her baby was just crying.
Aww.
Like, I think her baby was like a year old, a year and a half old. Her baby just crying. So she take the seatbelt out. She goes to the back and she like, "Oh my God, baby, you okay? You okay?" I mean, she's saying her name, but she like, "Baby, you okay? You okay?" Once her baby calmed down, it's like the devil came out of her. And that's when I seen like, okay, she's just pure fucking evil.
Really?
She's looking, she's checking on her daughter. And she just turned and she look at me. And she like, "You bitch." And she hit me in my eye. And we in that motherfucker going toe to toe.
I know that's right.
Man, she hit me in my eye. I hit her in her jaw. She hit me in my jaw. I hit her. I mean, we going at it. People stop on the side of the road. People running down.
Oh my God.
They see us in the front seat fighting like two bitches on the street. Like we don't know each other. Not knowing we're in a relationship. I mean, we going at it. The nurse, she sees us fighting and she tells whoever is the mother, because she don't know. She like, "I'm getting the baby. I'm a nurse. I'm getting the baby. I'm a nurse. I'm finna check on your daughter. Whoever daughter is I'm finna check on the baby." Me and Ashtray still going at it.
Yeah, I knew the story, but I didn't know like the details. Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, oh my God.
Me and Ashtray going at it. You never
got out the front seat. Y'all still in the front seat.
We still in the front seat because her door was smashed in, so she had to climb out.
Okay.
And
wow,
we still going at it, and then she was like, "Stop." She was like, "Just get out. I need to check on my daughter." And I'm just like, "Man, fuck you. I'm sick of this shit."
Yeah, like you
ain't been shit. You came in my life and at 19 fucking with me. You should have left me the fuck alone. If you was still gonna be with him, right? You just playing games, like, and I'm sick of it. Right. I just want somebody that want me for me, not to just be like, "Oh, well, I fuck with niggas. I get dick down, but I want some pussy on the side." No, don't come at me like that. Anybody, don't come at me like that.
You hear it here first.
Don't come at me like that. So I get out. I'm walking up the hill. She checking on her daughter. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the entry. I'm like, I'm sick of this. And then that's when the police came. Eventually her sister came. And mind you, I was trying to go, I'm not going to say what branch at the time,
But I was trying to go into the military at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was before the one that I actually wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to go into this one at the
Oops,
time.
excuse me.
And I felt like she did that to stop me from going because she told me she didn't want me to go.
Wow, that's so treacherous.
And
Okay, yeah. So her sister came, and her sister was pissed off, which I understand because she's an aunt. You don't want nothing to happen to your niece,
Right.
But like I said, as a 20-year-old kid, young adult, I didn't have a care in the world. World shit. I'm fucking up. So she comes from her job that wasn't that far down the road, and the police show up, and they was trying to give me medical attention, but I didn't want it because I was just so mad.
Right.
They was like, let us check you out. I was like, I don't need nobody checking me out. Leave me alone. I don't need nobody checking me out.
You was on one at that point.
Yeah, I was on one at that point.
Ready to fight again.
And ready to fight again. And they caught an attitude. They was like, well, she don't want to be checked out, so we're going to leave her alone. I'm like, leave me alone. I don't want to be checked out. Just check on the baby or whatever.
Yeah.
And they was like, well, do you have any family? And I'm like, nah, I ain't got no family. I'm sorry,
Girl. And I think her sister was on the phone with Mama, and Mama had heard that. So.
Oh, for real?
Uh-huh,
Okay,
'cause she
I didn't know
had-
she had called Mom. See, I didn't even know that. To this day, I didn't know that. So I was like, I ain't got no family. I ain't got nobody. And they was like looking at me like, well, what the hell you doing down here? Then you ain't got no damn family.
Lord.
So he go talk to her. I find out later she did not want to press charges because she knew I was trying to go into the military at the time. But it was that particular officer, come to find out he was a crook. Yeah. And I ain't gonna say no name, but come to find out he wasn't no good. He wasn't no good. He convinced her to press charges.
Oh.
He was like, well, you know, you got into an accident. You know, she's the reason that y'all in the accident. You know, basically putting the blame on me.
I thought her sister was the one that convinced her.
He convinced her. That's what she told me. I don't think her sister was the one that said it. If she did,
Wow.
it is what it is.
Right,
but I'm
right.
good. You know, that's off my record or whatever.
Right.
So he was like, he came to me. He was like, I'm not going to put you in handcuffs, but I am going to put you in the backseat of the car. But either way, I'm still arrested. I'm just not in handcuffs.
Exactly.
They just be trying to make it sound so good, like, I ain't going to arrest you.
But you gotta go in the back.
But you got to get in the backseat of the car. I'm still arrested.
Right.
Went down there for 8 hours and I cried like a little bitch, y'all. I don't want to ever.
I was in my senior year of high school. Was I my senior? No, I was a junior.
Because it was 2011, yeah.
And
I don't want to ever
back.
experience that shit again. I cried for 8 hours. They took my picture. They took my fingerprints.
I would love to see that mugshot.
Somebody actually said they saw me in the
Really?
in the paper.
That's when they used to do that. They don't put it in the paper no more.
In the paper no more.
Girl, I would love to see that. I would pay some money to see
Somebody
that.
inboxed me on Facebook like, dog, you okay? I see you in the paper.
That's so messy. What was that? Somebody saying, are you okay with that Facebook page? That is talking about, dog, what's wrong? Damn, that was back before like social media was really jumping. Because if social media was really jumping, she would have been on the book.
I would have been on the book, boo. I would have been on the shade room, all of that.
And they would have been sharing like now. If you oh, they gonna talk.
Oh
about
yeah, they
Shay.
gonna talk about me. But back then it wasn't popping like that.
Yeah.
So, make a long story short, I called my dad that's out of state, and he was like, "Oh, I can't send you no money as usual." He's like, I ain't gonna drag him too much. He's like, I can't send you no money. Ask your mama. Why we gotta ask mama? I'm asking you.
Exactly.
And even mama said that. She was like, she called you.
Right.
Well, you know, I got niggas always got a fucking damn excuse.
Always. Ooh, they don't do nothing.
Girl, they so sorry.
They don't do nothing but complain about what they don't do or what they don't have.
And I ain't trying to bash all men.
Yeah,
I don't want y'all to
no,
think that, because we know it is some good men out there.
Yeah.
I just don't like no dingaling.
I haven't came across one.
But I'm just saying, So mom was dating somebody at the time, and he basically, long story short, he convinced her to come get me. Come get me. I apologize. I was in there for 8 hours, and I don't know if you know, but the reason why I left again, I overheard you and mama talking about me.
Really?
And I felt some type of way. And y'all was talking about me bad. They so messy, but I love them.
Oh, snap.
Cause I think I was sleeping on the couch, and I snuck back there, and y'all were going in on my ass.
Oh,
So
wait,
I
tell mama who
So,
But, no, really? Because I remember me and mama was getting ready to take a trip to California.
well, it was before that. It was before that. It was before I went to Job Corps. Shout out to Job Corps in Memphis. I ain't gonna say the
see,
name.
the timelines. Okay, I know y'all got into that accident. You came home.
And then I left right back because I heard y'all in the room talking about me.
But
and
you was staying with him, remember?
It was before that. I got me out. I came back there. I think I stayed for like a few days.
Okay.
I heard y'all talking about me.
You left.
And I text Ashtray and I said, come get me. And she was like, well, I don't have that much gas to come there to get you. Meet me here. And that's when mom dropped me off there, and then I didn't come back.
And then something happened.
And that's when y'all were gone.
And he came and got you.
And he came and got me.
Okay.
And when he came, he said, before we got any of my stuff out, because we was in the back room throwing shit, fighting.
Rashad.
And before he said, Rashad, before, well, he didn't say Rashad, but he said, Rashad, before we go in here and get your stuff, are you sure you're done? I said, I'm done. And this was, I want to say, because I had to go to court before that took place. So she dropped the charges.
Yeah, I remember that because me and mama was there when she dropped the charges.
She dropped the charges.
Because
I was about to say guilty, and she was like, no, she pleads not guilty. And then the judge was like, okay, well, you not guilty. She's dropping the charges. You just got to pay this fine. And then I paid the fine, and they just said it was going to stay in the system for some years, but I was good basically. Oof. And then after that, I want to say a couple of weeks later, we got into fighting. And that's when I called him, but y'all were out of the state. And I said, I'm done. Okay. I can't do this no more.
Okay, got you. Okay,
and then, but before we went into the house, before her mother let him in the house, he was like, are you done? He said, because we're going to try to get everything. And she was there. She just was sitting in the living room looking crazy.
I could say that was nice of him because he didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to do that.
Him and mama was still new in their relationship.
Yeah, they were still new. And he was like, come on, let's get all your stuff. So I was getting all my stuff, all my clothes, but I could not find my birth certificate and my social.
Damn, yeah, she did something.
But I was mostly getting my clothes. I had that little, back then we had a little stereo system. I just left it. I just let her keep the stereo system in the bed that I had brought. But I could not find the paperwork, the social and the birth certificate. So after that, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. But I can honestly say that man did not. He made sure I ate. He made sure I washed my ass, and he nothing out of the way. Yeah. He was very, very respectful. And then that's when y'all came back, and me during that time that y'all were gone, we was talking about Job Corps.
Okay.
And I was already gonna go. Once again, she didn't want me to leave. Just wanted me to be fucking miserable.
Yeah, like you needed something.
Yeah, so stupid again. I went to Job Corps in Memphis. Shout out to Job Corps in Memphis.
What
if
trade
you
did
know,
you do?
Huh?
What trade did you do?
I did accounting.
Oh.
I ain't do nothing with accounting after that.
You got your certificate, boo?
It was I got rid of it. I had my whole booklet. I threw it away. I should have kept it. But I just felt like
accounting. You should have took a trade. Like
I should have. Yeah, that's what I should have did. What the reason was, sis, I took accounting because I wanted to hurry up and come back home to get back with her.
Girl, I want to reach across this table. So y'all still weren't done after that?
No, we were still talking every now and then. After all of that, we was still talking.
Oh, it's so hard.
Y'all got my sister stressed out over it.
It's so it's so hard to like just end things with somebody. Like man,
I can honestly say, even though the relationship was toxic, that was like my first love because I had a wall up. And I remember one time she told me, she was like, what she said? She was like, basically, you got a wall up. You're not all the way open with me. And once I let that wall down, I mean, I didn't let it down brick by brick. I let it all the way down. Once I messed up and did that, she got me. That's why I was messing up the way I was.
When I tell you, y'all, it's some evil people in this world. Like, the devil is real.
Yeah,
like,
she's the devil.
It's formed into people that comes into your life and is trying to just raise hell. Woo.
So I went to Job Corps in Memphis. I want to say the summer of 2011.
Job Corps, shout out to Job Corps.
Shout out to Job Corps in Memphis. If you know, you know. I think it was it BL Hooks? I'll just say the name BL Hooks. I don't know if it's still open or not.
I know it is. You saw Genuine.
Girl, I saw Genuine at the fair. Shout out to Genuine. Do it, riding my pony. Everybody hollering and screaming. I'm just sitting there looking at Genuine like at the fair, y'all. But shout out to Genuine. You got to get your coins, boo.
He was at the fair.
He was at the fair in
The
Memphis.
Memphis Fair.
Well, it was South Haven.
Oh, South Haven. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Because
but-
they, 20 minutes away from each other or something?
Yeah, I think so. But
I know they be going to Memphis every weekend.
hell yeah. 'Cause I know
Memphis
I
is
would.
bad. I'm
Girl,
sorry.
yeah.
Shout out to Memphis.
Shout out to Memphis though. But y'all-
Glorilla.
Glorilla. Yeah, Glow. But yeah, so I went there like I want to say July of 2011. And I left in like November or December. I was trying to find the shortest program so I could come back.
That's so sad.
That was so sad and stupid.
Damn, sis.
Because they had like nursing programs. They had phlebotomy.
I was just gonna say that you could have got like medical assistant or like
I wasn't thinking at 20.
you never are like it like that's why when I be seeing the YouTubers that are like 20 and just really making moves. Shout out to y'all. 'Cause,
Shout out to
like,
y'all for real, for real.
If I would have known back then what I know now, I would have been in that stuff too.
Yeah,
Like, just grinding, taking school more seriously and all of that.
I think I just wanted to be loved and appreciated.
Yeah, fuck that shit. No, I'm just playing.
Like now, fuck that shit, baby. I'm good. I don't need that. I love my damn self.
Back on the prowl, I thought it was worth it. I don't know.
You better sing that shit.
Is that Trina? Was that Trina?
That's Trina.
Trina and who? Or was that Trina singing? Was that Trina singing?
That's Trina's song. Big
Shout out
Trina.
to the baddest bitch.
Period. Big Trina, not the little one. 305 all day.
Okay, y'all. So you
But-
came home from Job Corps.
So I came home. Well, while I was there, she told me she moved in with him. Talking
The
about,
baby
we're
daddy?
just roommates. We're not. I'm like, you fucking him. You fucking. No, we're not fucking.
Stressing you out.
Stressing me out. Trying to hurry me get home. And there's people that want to talk to me. And they were actually going to keep me. I could have actually lived in Memphis, but I didn't want to. I wanted to come back home.
Oh, it got you a job and stuff.
They could have got me a job. They could have helped me get a car. They could have helped
Yeah,
me get an
I
apartment.
saw all of that. Damn, sis. You
I
dropped the
fucked
ball.
up. I
You
dropped the
dropped
ball
the
big time.
ball.
I dropped the ball big time.
Over ashtrays.
Over ashtray. Over fucking ashtray and
You know
them
what I know
goddamn cools. The blue pack. Was it the blue pack or the green pack? I think it was the blue pack. The blue pack. But anyway, I came back home in November. It took a minute before I got a job. And then I ended up I'm not gonna say the name,
Excuse me,
but I
I'm
ended up
sorry.
getting a job at a prison. Ended up getting a job at a prison. Ended up getting a car. I didn't want that car. It was a Ford Taurus, but it was a car.
I liked the Ford Taurus.
You liked it?
They were candy apple red. Well, it wasn't candy apple,
But it was
red.
it was that red, that deep red. I ended
Deep
up getting
red.
that. So this is where it ended, y'all. I'm finna make it quick. So one day I was off and we were still texting. And I had only seen her one time before when I came back from Memphis. So mind you, this whole time she's living with her baby daddy. So I'm texting her. I'm thinking it's her. until towards the end, I found out it was him. But I still didn't give a fuck. I still went down there like a dumbass.
Oh my God.
Found out it was him. He was like, yeah, bitch, you think I'm Ashtray, and I'm not Ashtray. This is her baby daddy. I'm like, nigga, fuck. I'm talking mad shit to the man. Fuck you. Whoop, whoop. Mind y'all, I'm little as hell. I'm only 5'4", y'all. This nigga like probably 6 feet tall, if that. But he taller than me, I can say that. And then at the end of the day, he's still a man. But so we talking shit. And I remember I was in mama's room. I'm talking shit to him. And I literally told mama, I'm finna go down here. She was like, what? I'm like, yeah. I thought it was Ashtray the whole time, but it's him. So I'm finna go down here. And she's like, oh my God, baby, I don't think you should do that. Just be careful or whatever. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm finna go down here. So I already knew where they were staying at because she told me. Because she used to go sit in the car and talk to me. And he used to always come outside. So insecure. But I mean, she was in the wrong anyway.
Right.
But he would come outside and be like, who the fuck you on the phone with? I'm on the phone with my friend. You know, just controlling her. So I knew where they stayed at. So I pulled up in the Ford Taurus.
Here she go with these pull-ups again.
This was like my first pull-up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because Casino Girl happened after.
Yeah, this was my first pull-up.
Girl, you brave.
I ain't have nothing on me. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm probably like $125 at this point. What the hell am I going to do? So I pull up. I knock on the door. She opened the door. She like, Rashad, what the fuck is you doing here? I'm like, where that nigga at?
Girl, what is you about to do? Hell.
I'm like, where that nigga at? Where your fucking phone at? I don't have my phone. I'm going to call him Turtle because his name is based off of one of the Ninja Turtles.
Hell no.
So
can I guess? No, just play.
Guess.
Michelangelo.
Nah, Google it. I don't want you to say that man name because I think he married now. But anyway, I'll tell you after we done. Okay. So I'm like, where the fuck is Turtle at? And she was like, he at work. I'm like, so where the fuck your phone at, Ashtray? He got it. Turtle got it. And
I'm sorry, Turtle.
And she was like, oh my God, you need to leave. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere.
Had you been drinking?
Huh?
Had you been drinking?
Who? At that time?
Because you spazzing
I think I did drink a little bit. I wasn't drunk to where I couldn't drive down the road, but I had been drinking. Mama begged me not to leave because, you know, she was worried. And I was so stupid, y'all. So me and her arguing, she calmed me down. I'm like, why the fuck you still texting me? I miss you. I don't want to be with him. But you ain't got yourself together. You back at your mama house.
No, not.
I'm like, bitch, you the fucking reason I ain't got myself together. Look at what you done did.
She ain't got herself together. How you gonna talk about somebody else not having themselves together and you don't have yourself
We
together?
both don't have ourselves together
Period.
at this point.
Just say it like that. Don't be trying to down me, girl. Like,
so, girl, I was so stupid. So we fucked around. We had sex. I was down there eating her box. Like eating her coochie. I knew better. I know y'all don't dog me out too bad, y'all. And I felt like a whole slut because this bitch got up and she was like, oh, thank you for the head.
I know her stinking. Y'all, this girl is not the type of...
I don't know why the fuck I was tripping over that as I look back now because she looked
Hell
like a
no,
damn crackhead.
ain't no
now.
way she got up and thought she was the shit.
Yeah, she was like, oh, thank you for the head. And she was like, you need to go because he about to get off. And I still, like a dumbass, was like, I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, sis, I hate that for you.
So I stayed. And next thing you know, he comes through the door and he's a Cancer. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter what zodiac sign you are, you still gonna be pissed off if you see somebody in your place.
Right.
So he was like, what the fuck going on? He was like, I thought I told you to stop talking to this bitch. And I'm like, who the fuck you calling the bitch? And he tried to run up on me. And she was like, no, Turtle, no. And he was like, Ashtray, I done told you about this shit. Mind you, she pregnant with the second baby at this time.
And you didn't know.
No, I knew. So I ate pregnant coochie.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, you went out bad. Oh my God.
I went out bad. I went out sorry as hell. So he started. So he started punching her.
He took it out on her.
Yeah, he was punching her in her chest, and then he started slapping her. Don't spit your drink out. Me trying to be Captain Saberho. I'm like, oh my God, don't hit her. Why I say it like that? And he was like, bitch, I ought to fuck you up. Y'all, when I tell you, I'm literally 5'4". Well, 5'3.5", but I just say 5'4". He grabbed me by my fucking shirt. Or was it my throat? I think it was my shirt. He grabbed me by my shirt and he lifted my little ass up. And you know how somebody lift you up and throw you on the wall? He lifted me up and throw me on the wall. And he had his fist, so he had his left hand right here. He had his fist like that. He like, hit me, bitch. Hit me, bitch. Mind you, she done got slapped up. She crying. She like, Turtle, let her go. Turtle, let her go.
Oh my God, this is so.
And he was like, hit me, bitch. Wow. I was like, bitch, I ain't finna hit you.
Rashad.
But I'm hung up on the wall though.
Damn.
I'm like, I sure wish I was a little taller at this point. I'm like, I ain't finna hit you. He was like, bitch, hit me. Then finally he was just like, fuck it, I'm finna just let her go. So he dropped me. I didn't fall on the floor, but he let me go when I, and I'm like, well, that's damn. Good. He let but you I think he had you choked. I think he was choking me, not to where I was finna pass out, but he had his hand around my throat. I think he did.
That's terrible.
And then she was like, Turtle, let me go. Let her go. Let her go. He let me go, and he got in front of her, and he was like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. What the fuck I gotta do to show you?
You want niggas to die for you? You want niggas to die for you?
You want niggas to die for you?
I ain't gonna never forget that.
And then he was like, you need to get the fuck out. And I was like, I ain't going nowhere.
Take your ass back to the house.
Like I fucking pay rent here. Girl. And she was like, just go. I'm so sick and tired of motherfuckers telling me to just go.
Oh my God. Ain't that so hard?
I'm talking about like now, like I'm sick of motherfuckers telling me to just go. But at that point, that was like the first person to just tell me to just go. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, are you serious?
I just sat here and ate your little stein.
She was like, just go. I said, you know what? Leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. I told her that before I left. I said, leave me the fuck alone. I said, lose my number. I said, I'm tired of this shit. I'm not finna keep doing this.
Right.
She was like, just go, just go. Oof. I said, y'all can have each other. I'm sick of this shit.
Right.
Because you playing with my fucking feelings. And I walked out the door. I turned around one time, and he just looked at me, and she's standing behind him.
Wow.
And I just got in my car. Yeah, and I just got in my car, and I left.
Did you cry?
I got in the car, and I cried. I called Mom. And Mama was like, why you go over there? I was worried. I thought something happened to you. Like, I really could have been taken out the game behind this. Because you hear stories about it all the time.
Yeah, like he could have came home and killed both of y'all.
Yeah.
Like,
he really could. So
all jokes aside.
I was being stupid. So after that was like around, it had to be the summertime. Because I had only been at the job for a couple of months and I had the car. It was like when I first got the car. Mm-hmm. And so after, I want to say like probably over the summer, probably like May, June, something like that. I think I did not talk back to her towards the end, but her friend reached out to me. I was doing good. I was sitting up there at Mom's house, and I was just like, she messaged me on Facebook. She was like, no, prior to that, I think I hacked her Facebook.
Damn, I'm serious.
I hacked Ashtray. That's when it was easy to hack people Facebooks. Long as you had the email.
Don't tell folks.
Well, y'all, back in 2012, long as you had the email address, you can reset it.
Oh,
you didn't
okay.
have to have the two-step
Verification.
verification.
Okay.
You talk about don't tell everybody. Girl, people Facebook still be getting.
Girl, I ain't never tried that. I ain't never tried that. I done done some
That's
crazy stuff.
yeah.
I used to make.
That's what I'm saying. Like when she told me to break that wall down, I was all in.
Yeah.
Because she was like, "You're not giving I'm not getting all of you. I'm only getting part of you." So
When people say that, watch it, because this is like, I ain't gonna say everybody, but that's their way. Like that's their way to break
that ain't
you.
nothing but the damn devil.
Yeah, like break you down. Like, oh my god, I used to make fake profiles and run it up.
I made a couple of fake, not like with nobody I'm dating. Just to
No,
know.
yeah, like
Just
no.
to know.
I used to do that for people I was dating. Like,
Oh.
well, like just to see if they would bite. Well, I ain't gonna say. I only did that once with my high school boyfriend. It was already a fake page made, and I just inboxed him to see if he would inbox me back. They had a little fake picture and everything, but I think one time I can't talk about that one. I only did that twice. Just to say, I only did it twice.
But so long story short, I made it back home. I left her alone for some months. Like it was like towards the end of the year, and then her friend reached out, was like, I think y'all should talk. So all of us was on three-way. And the only thing I asked her, I said, Ashtray, did you cheat on me the whole 2 years we was together? That motherfucker got quiet, and she said, yeah. She said, I was sleeping with Turtle the whole entire time we was together. She said, I never stopped sleeping with him.
Nasty.
And her friend was like, damn,
Even
Ash.
the friend
Even
was
the
like-
friend was like, damn,
bad.
Ashtray.
It's bad when the friend is like
Like
on
her,
your side.
yeah, like Ashtray was like, I mean, her friend, I don't know what to call her, but her
I know who you're talking
Ashtray, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ashtray friend was like, that's fucked up.
Wow.
She was like, what? Getting defensive, but she was the one that wanted to talk to me. And I had already told Ashtray friend before she put her on three-way, I said, look, I don't want to be with her.
Yeah.
I said, I'm single. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I done cried my tears. I'm okay. Like I'm getting over this. I'm only, I think I was 21 at the time.
Still young.
Yeah, I was 21. I was 21 at the
Still
time.
young and ready to run.
Period. Run. But I think mom was like, you need to ask her that. You know, mom was giving me we have the
mom
best
gives good
mom ever. I love mama. Mama gave me the mom.
She gives the best advice.
Period.
She lets us bump our heads too. Like,
She let us bump our heads.
my head is bumped.
I done bumped my head too, baby. But she just was like, ask her that. So I asked her, I said, did you cheat on me the entire time, or just was it a certain period? That mother effer said from the time, she said, when we started talking, I was still sleeping with him.
Nasty.
She said, because we used to sleep together all the time. In that little twin size bed.
Because, you know, sometimes people, like, you know, my situation, we didn't have sex a lot. I really literally, like, could only remember 3 times we actually did something.
But you know what? I should have known something because she always wanted the damn strap on.
Oh, my God. You had one of those?
Girl, yeah, we had. She made me go to the sex store and everything.
Whoa.
But I don't have one now because I'm celibate.
Period.
Celibate.
I just had kids. I know damn well I'm celibate. If y'all, the women that had kids, y'all know, I am not in the mood for nothing.
But yeah, so it was all the time. And then when she said that, I said, damn, that's messed up. She was like, when he would make me mad, that's when me and you would be good. When you would make me mad, that's when he would come over all the time. She said, yeah, so.
Snake in the grass.
Period. A damn snake. And it's always the people you lay next to. And you never know. You have to watch them, y'all.
You said a word.
And she said, yeah, and she told me, you know, graphic details. She was like, when he would come to her mama house, she would either suck his dick and fuck him.
Wow. Well, you know what? I could say at least she being honest, because some people will take that shit to the grave. I know I would.
So after that,
So at least you got the honesty.
so after that, didn't talk to her no more until I ended up getting with my last real relationship, and I had put on some weight. I had put on about 40 pounds. But when I was with her, with Ashtray, I was skinny as hell. I was stressed out. I think I was losing weight. But when I got with
Smoking them squares.
smoking them squares. When I got with that person, because she wasn't that bad. It's just we stopped communicating. But when I got with that person, she seen me and she was like, dang, you done put on some weight. And I told her, I looked at her, because my girl at the time was getting her hair done. I looked at Ashtray, I said, yeah, because I'm happy. And she just got quiet.
I know that's right.
And my girl at the time knew who she was. Like, anybody I've been with, I've showed them who I dated.
Yeah.
And we got in the car.
I know she ripped
And
off
she
on
was
her.
like, why the fuck you was dating that bitch? I said, hey, I don't know.
Oh, so phony got him looking themselves.
But that's the end of it. Just basically left her alone. And I recently saw her at the liquor store. Yeah, she looked like a damn crackhead.
Shout out to the crackheads.
Shout out to the crackhead.
crackheads.
I don't know if we should shout out to the crackhead.
Oh no, shout out to the crackheads.
Shout out to, I mean, they still people do
You know
it too.
what? They really are. Like, everybody got a story.
Everybody got a story, but
And
y'all,
some crackheads are really cool.
yeah, they really are. But y'all, I'm 33 and she's 37. Y'all, when I say she look bad,
Moral of the story, y'all, be careful.
Be
out
careful,
here.
y'all.
Like, learn from our stories and what we can't tell people what to do, but if y'all decide to listen to this, just be careful. Like, if you're just now getting out into the world, that's what I say. Like, graduating high school, that's when you really get out into the world, and that's where you see things. Like, your parents can't protect you from it. Like, especially if you have good parents like what we had. Like, well, a good parent like we had, a good mom like that instilled in us a lot of stuff. I don't know what she about to say. Instilled in us, you know, a lot of stuff. Like, me and my sis, we knew better. We did. Mama didn't raise no fool, but we ended up being fools. But anyway, just be careful. Like, if you're 18, 19, 20 and somebody comes into your life that's older or the same age as you, just see the signs, see the red flags, all of that. I hope we have time to do at least one of our segments. Where we at right now? Because
girl, we like 2 hours and like 9 minutes.
Okay, we gonna do one of our segments.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we ain't gonna do the other one because we don't want y'all to get bored and be like, man, wrap this shit up. So we gonna wrap
I
it
might
up.
have to split this in about 4 episodes.
Okay,
so
we're gonna do a segment called "Sip on This." Rashad K is gonna ask me some questions, and I guess maybe 1 or 2 questions, and we're gonna both just dissect them or give our answer, our opinion on it. So this is "Sip on This."
sip on this.
What you got for me, Rashad?
Oh, excuse me. Do a couple split the bills 50-50?
Ooh.
Or should your man pay them all?
Okay. This, you know what? This is a real big debate. Like, it always comes up. It comes up, it goes away. It comes up, it goes away. 50-50 is like a big deal. And I say in our black community, because white people, sorry, I'm not trying to make it about race, but white people don't be caring. Okay. So, my opinion on that, I don't care. I don't mind going 50-50, honestly. Like, I come from where, like, because you know what? Honestly, I'm the type of girl, I don't like somebody fully doing everything for me. I feel like that's like some type of power that I don't like. And I know people going to be like, huh? Like, if he paying all the bills, like,
Let him pay the bills.
yeah, let him pay all the bills. I personally don't like that. Like, I know people going to be like, girl, what is you talking about? Like, if he want to pay my mortgage, like, no. Now, if he want to just pay the mortgage by himself, he can do that. But, like, light bill, water bill, I mean, maintenance. I don't mind going 50-50. Or, like, say we dating and we go out to eat. I don't expect him to always pick up the check. Maybe, like, the first 2 or 3 dates, and, like, we become a couple and official, I don't mind. If I got it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just me. So I 50-50.
Well, for me, I ain't no cheap hoe. Well, I'm not no hoe, but I'm not cheap. You know, because majority of my relationships, I can only say 2 out of the 3 relationships, like serious relationships, like I'm talking about living in with these people. I mostly pay for everything, but I'm gonna just speak on the last relationship. You know who I'm talking about, because I ain't got no name for that person. I'm not gonna talk about them like that.
Yeah, she
'Cause
wasn't bad.
she wasn't bad.
She wasn't good with her finances.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, and I wish her nothing but the best.
She stayed when that income tax check used to come back.
Baby, getting 10, 12
Not-
racks.
Not Nan bill
Not
paid.
now bill paid, buying Jordans and stuff.
But shout out to you, boo.
Shout out to you, boo.
girl.
I got nothing but love for you. I don't hate you like the other 2, but it's all right.
Yeah.
But
You treated my sister better than them.
period. But when it came to that, we would alternate.
Okay, see.
So it's like she may be like, "Well, babe, I'm gonna take you out. I got it."
See, I like that.
Even though she knew I had money, like I'm not
Yeah.
balling, but she knew I had money to cover the bill. She'd be
Right.
like, "Well, babe, I want to go out. I got it." I'm
Right.
like, "You sure?" She was like, "Yeah, I got it." You know, or like I'd be like, "Well, babe, let's go here. I got it."
Right.
But it wasn't until when we broke up and she wanted to come back together, she looked at me sideways because she called me and she was like, "Oh, let's go to this Mexican restaurant out of town." And we went, and I'm like, "I don't want to be with you no more because you dealing with this dude."
You told her that?
No, I didn't tell her. I just
thinking.
assumed she would know.
Uh,
That was my fault.
now, girl.
I just assumed she would know. So we go to the place. It was a Mexican place. And we've been there a few times. And the lady was like, "Oh, is it going to be all on one ticket?" And I spoke up. I said, "Nope, separate."
I bet she looked at
And
you.
she looked at me like, she didn't have no attitude. She was just shocked like, "Damn, you ain't going to pay for
baby.
those?" No.
Nah, baby, this ain't
Because,
that.
baby, I was in the bed rubbing my feet together, chilling.
Okay, you the one that asked to go out to eat
You
with
wanted
me.
to go out to eat with me because the nigga don't want to go no goddamn well.
I know that's right.
And every nigga
Oh,
she get
so
with
funny,
don't
got
want to
me
go
looking at him
nowhere.
sideways.
Like, y'all, when I tell you, me and my sister love to travel. We come from a traveling family. Like, we've been on
the plane, get on the plane. I know some people really have a fear.
Yeah, people have a fear of flight.
And I used to be like that too. So
Yeah, when I tell y'all, we literally have been on the plane since we were like little.
baby, break that fear. Get out. Because driving 10, 12 hours, and me and her have both drove 10, 12 hours plus before. Not trying to go like on trips, but just like my sister used to, I don't know if you
Yeah,
want me
you
to
can say
she used to drive trucks.
18
and,
wheelers, big 18
baby,
wheelers.
I was across the city too.
Big 18 wheeler. I don't drive. I'm taking a break, but
I drove from LA to Colorado Springs.
through the mountains.
From where I'm at, which is the south, so like a 15. Well, no, from LA to Colorado Springs was like almost 15 hours.
And then had to come back towards this way.
Yeah. So
That's probably like another 15. A
yeah,
30-hour trip. Like
Colorado to the south. Okay, but anyway, so you say alternate. Like
yeah,
one
I
day.
feel like alternate.
So
Like
the same with bills.
like the same with bills. Like if I'm living by myself, and this is just an example, this is not actually what my bills are. But if I live by myself, if my bills are my light bill, if my light bill like $120, I can pay that.
Right.
But if you and your babies are living with me, because I tend to attract people who have babies.
No.
Nothing, no offense to the single moms out there, because everybody need love.
Every
Sing it, boo. Sing it, baby.
needs.
Sing it, baby. I'm not bashing the single moms out there. I'm just saying, why is my light bill $500?
No, ma'am.
And you think I'm supposed to take my check
And pay that whole 500.
and pay that whole $500 when I'm not really, I'm making a good amount, but it's gonna hurt me.
To take that 500 and pay the full 500. So baby, we gotta split it.
Right. But you don't want to split it. You having an attitude. But every time income tax come,
You balling out, buying Jordans, buying Nike.
you get 10 racks, and I'm not counting your money, but you're telling me you leave the paperwork laying around. I'm gonna be nosy.
Yeah, you living in
Man, I looked at that shit. That shit said like close to 11 grand. I'm like, but this motherfucker ain't said, hey, you need to catch up on this. Do you need that? It ain't even about no, because I was at the bald head. I got locks now. Shout out to everybody that got locks. 2-year anniversary was April the 5th. Period.
Like, why do people want, like, why do you not want to pay your bills first? Like, I'm sorry, like, I know life is short, but if you got $10,000 and you know you behind on maybe 2 or 3 bills, that's not even maybe 1,500. Why not just pay that 1,500 and keep the rest, and then you can go do what you want to do? Like,
that's just
I don't
how
know,
we
that's
were
just us.
raised.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna pay my bills first.
my mom, our mom instilled in us: take care of your bills, then get what you need.
Right.
Take care of your bills, get what you need.
Everything that you think you need is just a want.
Yeah, it's just a want. Like
Yeah,
last
separate
week,
the two.
got paid. I paid my bills. I had a good amount left, and I was beating myself up. I was fighting with myself because I was like, man, I really want these shoes.
You gotta show up to me too.
I do, baby, since you up here. I was like, I want these shoes. I don't need them. I just want them.
Right.
Because I'm very simple. Like, I don't care about designer. Nothing against designer stuff. I don't trip off of that because
Right.
I don't go nowhere.
Right.
I be at work and I chill with my sister and I chill with my niece and my nephew and my mom.
Shout out to Turkey and Biscuit.
Shout out to the babies. I love the twins. And I just chill by myself. Like, it's not, I need designer to try to fit in.
Right.
But I know everything I got going on. So it's like, okay, well, girl, you going to have to buy some stuff because you done took a picture of this stuff about 4 times.
No.
They going to think you ain't got no clothes.
You
know
know
what
when
I'm
them
saying?
people like one outfit and you done?
Yeah.
Because some people, they'll take a picture in an outfit and they won't wear the outfit no more.
I mean, I'm going to wear it around the house. I don't know if y'all know what wear around the house is. You wear it around the house. Or you wear it to the store or whatever. Like,
But like, it's like once you post to social media, like,
yeah, it's like, damn.
they saw you in it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been one of those judgy people. Like, I just saw them in there.
Yeah, like, I just saw you in that on Facebook.
Like, hey, you trying to get your money's worth? So
Yeah, but if I'm paying all this money, but anyway, I bought 2 pair of shoes for like $200 and some. Now that's not a lot to some people. That's a lot to some people. Cause I told my mama, and my mama was like, "Baby, I could have got like 6 pair of shoes for $200." And I was like, "I know, mama, but I wanted to treat myself like
in this economy,
I work."
maybe
I work long hours.
you do.
I'm there all day.
We be missing you, baby.
I be missing y'all.
Shout out to
And
you.
I'm like, I need to buy myself something. Because y'all, when I tell y'all I really don't buy myself nothing, I will pay all of my bills, still have plenty of money left over, and
still
won't buy myself nothing. That's how, what is it? Frugal? Frugal. What my
You
sister
gotta
said.
enunciate the R. Frugal.
Frugal. They gonna think I'm slow on here. I can, look, y'all.
It's the Jose Cuervo.
It's the Jose. Shout out to Jose Cuervo, especial. Is it especial?
I didn't even look at the bottle.
It's the dark one. I don't like the clear. It's the dark one. Shout out to y'all. I like
Resposado.
Resposado and Neho, period. Because coming from California, baby, we love some Mexican food.
I know.
Ooh, them people down there today.
They are. I want a funnel cake.
We all,
Yeah, it's a festival going on in our
we all
town.
to swing by there
Swing,
with the babies.
shot it, swing. Not with
Shout
that
to
stroller.
swing my way.
That was my. I remember.
Girl, when that's
Yeah, I remember when.
Y'all gonna
You
hate
remember?
my-
You remember? Y'all, we love to sing,
Y'all.
even though we can't. Remember Chewy Gomez counting down?
Shout out to
That song took 'em
Chewy
out.
Gomez.
Swing my
Shout out to Chewy Gomez. Don't say the city. Don't say the city. Was he out that way?
Yeah.
I can say.
Oakland, Oaktown.
Shout out to Oakland, California.
East side is the best side.
East Oakland. All day, every day. Brookfield area.
123.
Off of 98th and Clara Street. Yeah, we still remember.
Period. Okay, so we about to wrap this up because I know y'all probably didn't stop.
Baby, we like 2 hours and 21 minutes in. I don't know. Girl, I'm going to have to split this up.
You think so?
I don't know. We could probably.
I mean, I've seen. Anyway.
You seen people? Girl, I'm going to edit what I needed to edit out. And I'm going to edit this out too, what I'm saying.
2-hour podcast, but I don't know since we first starting out, people want to listen to us for 2 hours. But, just, I know I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so y'all, so basically me and sis are in the same boat as far as like splitting the bills. We don't care, like, and then another thing, say my car note is $400. If it's my car note, so I'ma pay it. Like, I mean, I don't expect my significant other, like, if I fall short, then yeah, I'll be like, babe, can you help me? But that's my bill personally, so. That's just me. I don't like asking people for nothing now. So if I was to get with somebody that wanted to do that, it'll just be something we would have to talk about. Like, I know finances. People always think, oh, they having cheating allegations, cheating problems, but finances play a part in breakups too. Like, people be having separate accounts and all of that. But anyway. Moral of the story.
Speaking on that real quick, that motherfucker wanted us to get a joint bank account.
No, ma'am.
And I told her no, and she got mad.
No, because
we're not married.
No. Yeah. And even if we was married, why I gotta get a joint account
with you?
I
don't want no joint account with you. I'm not gonna put my paycheck in the bank account. And
if I'm sorry, y'all. If we trying to buy something, we'll just have to take the money out of our account. I wouldn't expect him to do that, or her, like, speaking on you, like, no, that's just our opinion, y'all. Okay, we didn't overstate our welcome on this first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed us.
I hope y'all enjoyed it, y'all. Sorry for the 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Many more episodes to come.
Many more. We got y'all.
You guys have a good week, and we'll see y'all next episode.